And we welcome you to Game 2 of this NL East series between the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies. Here's your starting lineup for the home team, the Philadelphia Phillies. At center field batting first, Harrison Bader. At designated hitter batting second, Kyle Schwarber. At first base batting third, Bryce Harper. At catcher batting fourth, JT Realmuto. At right field batting fifth, Nick Castellanos. At shortstop batting sixth, Edmundo Sosa. At left field batting seventh, Weston Wilson. At second base batting eighth, Bryson Stott. At third base batting ninth, Otto Kemp. And pitching today for the Philadelphia Phillies, it's the left-hander, Ranger Suarez. Your starting lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies. Alright guys, welcome to this game between the Mets and the Phillies. I racing a mono with a fiver. Appreciate you, man. The Bears kicked it out of bounds. If the Vikings could have climbed the penalty and then re-kick, you had to go on to kick there, period. There's no re-kick. There's no re-kick in the rules. So, basically, if it goes out of bounds, that's it. You have to take it at the 40. Or if it lands short of the landing zone, you have to take it at the 40. There's no re-kick. So, it was, you can't do that either way. Can't do that either way. Appreciate you with the fiver. It was just one of those, like, insane decisions. And, again, onside kick, you could theoretically do that. I don't hate going onside kick there, but you just couldn't do what that was. All right, so, if you've never been to a JG&I live stream before, how it works is like this. We're going to do live play-by-play and color commentary on the game. Any donation, get your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. Vote on that poll, who think wins this game, the Mets or the Phillies. If you are a member, you can share your support for either one of these teams with the emojis in the chat. We got the emojis for the Mets, and we got the emojis for the Phillies. Every donation will also count toward you make the call. You're going to help me decide which baseball game we are calling tomorrow night, and it's the same 4 games that were on the docket for the last one. So that is not an error on your screen. If you're like, wait, we already did that, you make the call? No, we did not. This is a brand new you make the call, and it is for the same exact games for Wednesday night. So appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one, and I will see we'll see what the wheel has in store for us as well. So if you've never been to one of these streams, every Thursday night I do this thing called live band karaoke where I sing in front of a live band. I'm not part of the band. I know the band, but I'm not part of the band. Every Thursday night, they do this thing called Live Band Karaoke, and $50, I'll sing any song you want me to, but $25 for the song of the day, and we determine the song of the day by spinning this wheel, and the wheel says that the song, for $25, the song half off, is going to be Santa Monica. Santa Monica is the song that is $25 for this stream, and this stream only at Live Band Karaoke. Here's the full list of songs. If you do want to see, $50 for any song on that list. $25 for Santa Monica. I already know Gatmana wants the Mets-Phillies game for tomorrow. So appreciate all you guys tuning in. Let's get this game underway. Suarez on the bump here for the Phils. And the starting lineup for the Mets: Lindor, Soto, Alonso, Vientos, Nimmo, Marte, Alvarez, McNeil, and Siri. With on the bump for the Mets, the left-hander, Sean Manaea. So, appreciate all you guys tuning in. Let's do this thing. Monster lose. Yeah, they've been playing like crap as of late. They've been playing like crap as of late. Unfortunately. I don't know what happened the last month. Don't know what happened the last month. He has not been having a good season so far. You were not wrong on that one about Sean. You're not wrong about that one. Every donation also counts as triple toward you make the call. How many decide which game we are calling for that? Again, we're going to get this game underway in just a little bit. Might have been on par with the Josh McDaniels field goal, down by 8 for the greatest episodes ever. Yeah, that was quite the crash out. That was quite the crash out. That's what I was like, I wasn't even thinking. I literally, my brain broke. Like, you could literally, that was not an act. Like, you could see my brain breaking in real time with the same thing as last year. How's it going, Cujo? How's it going, Adrian? How is it going, guys? Appreciate you tuning in. 71% around with the Phils to win this one. Let's do this thing. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. Just woke up from now, had to get one because of OT last night. Yeah, that was a long stream. We were on until 5 in the morning last night. On until 5 in the morning. First pitch outside for a ball, and we are officially underway here at CBP as the Phillies look to extend their lead on the NL East. Last time Schwarber on the bump against the Brew Crew. 6 innings of shutout ball, and look at the first out here as it's a lazy fly ball into right field. Castellanos underneath it. 1 down. With Juan Soto coming up. Yesterday, Phillies won game 1 of the series. 1-0, very low score game. Second and third with 1 out, and they couldn't do anything with it in the 9th inning. Juan Soto, 0 for 3 yesterday. Top of the order, did not do anything with the Mets. 0 for 6, combined with Soto and Lindor. What was 6-4-5, so missed by 2 hours? Oh, man. Thoughts on the Broncos' plans for a track we're saving against Super Bowl Final 4 in WrestleMania? I get it. I completely get it. You can do stuff year-round. You're going to host big events, Final Fours. Obviously, you can use all 12 months of the year. I completely get it. I get it. Now, I don't know necessarily. I've never been to the current stadium. I've never been to the current one. So I don't know if it's like outdated, but I'm not opposed to stadiums nowadays having roofs on them so you can go all 12 months of the year. 2-0 the count to Soto. 0 for 3 yesterday. Looks at that one for a strike. 2-1. Not the game tonight. Not going to give money to Bruce. I don't need to. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Snapped a long hitting streak for Soto. His previous 9 games before yesterday. 4.69 batting average. A 1.72 OPS. He was playing his butt off. Yesterday, 0 for 3. Not so much. But did get on with a walk. He's got a 17-game on-base streak. Fouls that one off 2-2 here. Ever made a duplicate? Yeah, I think that was a typo on that one. They will not have taxpayers pay for the new stadium. That's also big. Yeah, basically, my thing is that you can build whatever you want. If you're privately funding it, build whatever you want. I will never criticize a stadium. If you're funding it, if you're footing the bill, by all means. Thoughts on Iris cutting Moody? About time. About time. The fact that it took that long to cut him was insane. But better late than never. End of an era of one of the worst draft classes of all time. Simon Pinheiro. I would have gone for Blankenship, but can't be any worse. Can't be any worse. We stay alive at 2 here. Pitch number 6 for the at-bat coming up. And Soto will swing and miss at that one. Chasing the slider down low. 2 up, 2 down. And Lindor and Soto have gone 0 for 8 in this series so far. Pete Alonso in the 3 spot. Once it was overrated and overpaid. Literally, the last 9 games before this, he had a 172 OPS. Man, dumb decision episode, we use hindsight bias. So, yes and no. Yes and no on that. Jake may have another NFL gig. I mean, he'll get signed like a preseason, like a practice squad, but in terms of like starting unless someone gets hurt, probably not. So, the whole point of the series is not to use hindsight bias. It's things that were like right away. Was it worse than like, wow? No. But he was bad. No, 1720 OPS. No, 1720 OPS. That's incredible. 1-1 the count. So I will never use hindsight bias to make an episode of dumb decisions, but that's inside 2-1. But if a coach says something, so if I think it's a dumb decision, if I was not going to do a video on it because I was like, hey, you go either way on this one, but the coach says something, and that thing is so stupid in the post-game presser that it contradicts everything that he just did, I will do a video like that. 2-2, the count. Yeah, good thing late. Yeah, I made a mistake on that one. I made a mistake. So basically, long story short with that one, there is a Valentine's Day Super Bowl. It's next year, and my brain has been fried. That's what happened. Full count 3-2. So I'm going to try and go to the concert. If tickets are going to be a bloodbath, but yeah. Yeah, but good thing on that one, Walkoff. Good thing on that one. Yeah, the Valentine's Day Super Bowl's next year. Not this year. So I was like, that's Valentine's Day Super Bowl? And then I checked the calendar, and my calendar does, some calendars do Saturday as the last day, some do Sunday as the last day, so I was like, oh boy. And Alonso looks at that one right down the middle. Right in the heart of the zone, I should say. 3 up, 3 down, Suarez, 2 strikeouts, picking up right where we left off from the last game against the Brew Crew. Suarez has allowed just 1 run his last 3 games. Pitching very well as of late. Yeah, no hindsight bias. If a coach said something, kind of use hindsight. Yes. You can think of something. She's gonna be New York March. Yeah, Gaga's great. Gaga's great. I'm gonna try and go. The problem is that she's playing in arenas, not stadiums, so ticket prices could be insane. Moody or Tucker, who gets the shot on the NFL first? I'm gonna go Moody. I'm gonna go Moody. He'll get a practice squad spot, is my guess. Schwarber, his last 3 outings, 1 run allowed in 19 innings of work at this point. No, she's been here recently. Yeah, she was just at the Barclays. I think, on Sunday night. So, I mean, every game except 5-4, you're basically eliminated, not by choice. Yeah. Oh, you're loyal. You are loyal. One of these days, hopefully. One of these days. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out a ton on the channel. So we try and grow this community even more. Again, every donation counts as triple toward you make the call. I want to decide which game we are calling. Bader, Schwarber, Harper. Going 1, 2, 3 here. With Manai on the bump. And he has not been great as of late. So last game against the Phillies, 4 2/3. Did strike out 8, but allowed 6 hits. He has no quality starts this year. He has not won a game since July 23rd. And if you go since the start of August, a 7.81 ERA in 6 games. So even with the historical decisions were horrible at first, even though you never watched them or they were way back then. Yes, the historical decisions, it just doesn't make sense in the flow of the game. It's one of those where it doesn't make sense in the flow of the game. $200 Marlins win. All right, let's go Marlins. Thanks for letting us do the day after I got back to San Diego. Otherwise, I have several to find someone to go with me. I am in the same exact boat as you. I'm in the same exact boat. Well, let's see if I can find someone. I do not want to be like the only straight single guy at a Lady Gaga concert by myself. I do not want to be that. But, I'm going to try and go. Because obviously I've never seen her live and she is incredible. 1-0 the count. Bader fouls it off 1-1. Bader yesterday, one of the few players who was very good offensively, 3 for 4 in that 1-0 win. On 1-1, way upstairs, not even close, 2-1. Bader playing very well as of late. This month, he's got a hit in all but 1 game. That 1 game they didn't have a hit in was as a pinch hitter. He's 10 for 25 this month, hitting 400 and OPS above 1. And that one misses inside, 3-1. You get $1, don't trust the fish? We'll see. 3-1. That one on the outer part of the zone. 3-2. He thought it was ball 4. To go back to the batter's box. They're eliminated for NL Central title with either a loss to Milwaukee. Minnesota eliminated from 4th seed. They've been eliminated for a while. Pittsburgh can still with the 4th seed? That's crazy. Swing and a miss outside. Bader goes down swinging. Back-to-back strikes from Benaya, and that'll be the first out. Who's not surprised on how that team finished? No, because I've done Dumb Decisions episodes of teams that were very good that year. In terms of how the team finished, I mean, I did one on the Cowboys in '95, and they won the Super Bowl that year. Brandon Lee was my kicker. That one, I would still boot it out on the sideline, but at least he has the leg to reach. The thing is that you tried that last year with Santos in a dome and it didn't work. So why would you think it would work here? A year older, loss of leg strength, in the inclement weather. Like if you had a guy like Cam Little or Brandon Aubrey, as that's 2-0 the count. Like yes, it's still stupid. You kick it out of the back. You don't give him a chance to return it, but at least with that you could reach. 2-0. That one ripped into right, but a hard out. As Soto line drive at the track for the second. They eliminated himself a long time ago. I wonder what the exit velocity on that one. That probably was over 100 off the bat. Just said unlucky out there. Unlucky number 2. Pretty centric line with a starter like kicker, you can defend it. Yeah. Team more plagued by injuries than the Niners? No. I think the fact that Jake Tunges caught 3 passes on the final drive when he had no catches his first 3 seasons says everything you need to know. Bryce Harper up to bat, fouls off the first pitch. Is Ben Johnson going to fail? It's too early for that. 0-1. I'm not impressed. Looking at that one, 0-2. I will say, I think if he succeeds, it won't be with Caleb. I think if he succeeds, it will not be with Caleb Williams. 0-2, shot foul down the third base line. Harper's not playing the best balls of late. His last 6 games, it's 3 for his last 24. OPS of 484, batting average of 125 in that stretch. If it was 20 more mile an hour, yeah. Yeah, I'm not impressed with Caleb Williams. And that's why I was hesitant to take the Bears this year. That went outside 1-2. Especially with what I saw in the preseason with Caleb. I was very hesitant to take Chicago. Yeah, KOC using his hands to Chandler. Because, yeah, Chandler was thinking about it. Chandler was thinking about it. I did notice there was some hesitation when he caught the ball. You would think you would tell your guys, look, you would think you would tell you guys beforehand, as it's fouled off down the first base on 1-2. You think you tell you guys beforehand, return everything. Like, try everything in your power to return that ball. That's what Ben Johnson said. Stupid. It's so idiotic. It's so idiotic what he said. 1-2. That one misses down low 2-2. I mean, what Ben Johnson said, the plan was to try and boot out of the end zone, but you don't have a guy that can boot out of the end zone. That's like taking a guy off the street and saying the plan is to hit 300 yards on a par 4. The plan is to drive the green in 1. If there's a giant water trap in front of you, the plan is to drive the green in 1. Full count with a random guy off the street. We're not talking like Tiger Woods in his prime. We're talking a random guy off the street. They can't do that. The fact that you don't know that shows that you don't know your players. That means you're a bad coach. 3-2, Harper. Into right field. That's going to drop for a base hit right in front of Soto. And Harper gets on board on a full count. With a 2-out single. First base runner of the game for either seed. JT Realmuto coming up in the 4th spot. See, I don't think it makes... I'm not saying Kalen's a bust. Not yet, but we're trending in that direction. We're trending that way. Just the accuracy. The accuracy should not be this bad year 2 for a guy that was supposedly polished coming out. The accuracy should not be this bad. Right? He was Space Center starts here. And you have a special teams coordinator who was there the whole time that Sanders has been a Bear. So it doesn't make any sense. Worst coach guy is going to be Moore because of him changing his mind twice. Well, Moore gets a pass this year because that team is pretty bad. Let him have like a quarterback, like one of his quarterbacks. How's it going, Michael Frank? Be with you, my man. Yeah, Brandon Homey could kick it through the uprights. He could. Yeah, he could. First pitch, that hits him. Hits from Muto on the foot. So right after I got the first 2 outs. Phillies now have 2 on as Realmuto gets on board the painful way with Nick Castellanos coming up. We're special teams coach helping. You know, that's a good question. That's a good question. They never should have kept him. Like, the Jaguars kept their special teams coach from the last staff, but that made sense because Cam Little was maybe the best kicker in football last year. Logan Cook was the best punter in football, and Ross Matisic was the best long snapper in football. So it wouldn't make sense to change that. But the Bears special teams, Troy Taylor has been crap. Cairo Sanders has been crap. Why'd you keep it? First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. Will McCarthy be better than Caleb in the long run? I think so. I love J.J. McCarthy. I love it. I don't like the play calls. I agree with Callen's philosophy of being aggressive. Well, at first, 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. The problem is that I'm fine being aggressive here at the 20. If you're at, like, that's a stat. Well, he's an all-pro. He's basically an all-pro. How good a long snapper is? He gets down the field, makes tackles. But basically, the bottom line, we can debate whether Ross Matisic is the best long snapper. Bottom line, is everyone's inside 1-2. Bottom line, the special teams was great last year. That was like the one thing I had no complaints with. So I'm fine keeping the special teams coach from last year. The Bears, I was not. I'm with the Diamondbacks. I'm a season ticket for the D-backs. Well, Kevin, I don't know if he's going to be good. I'm not sure. 1-2. As Castellanos hits to left field, that is going to drop for a base hit. Gets to the corner. 3 straight guys get on board with 2 outs. One's going to score. A second's going to score. And Manaya's struggles continue with a 2-out double by Nick Castellanos. Phil's already lead 2-0. He's not the top. Well, that's stupid. He was literally an all-pro last year. What? What list are you looking at? It's not biased. He was second-team all-pro last year and first-team the year before. That's not bias. He literally was a second-team all-pro last year and a first-team all-pro the year before that. Either way, that's beside the point, but we call him out in real time for it, yeah. I mean, offense did not look great the first game, the second half. Right, the second half it didn't look great, but I'm going to chalk that to the weather delay. It's tough to have a rhythm after that. What list are you looking at, Cujo? What list? Because he literally was a second team All-Pro list and a first team All-Pro the year before. So it's not even... What list are you looking at? What website? Because, again, that makes no sense. He literally was voted on as the second best long snapper in football last year in the year before. 1-0 the count to Sosa. That one down the right field line foul. Yeah, it's only one game too. How's it going, Red Brown? Appreciate you, man. He was a good long snapper, yeah. Were there more than 3 long snappers on the old pro list? More than 3. Wait. Fouled off. Oh, so what? So the reason why it's they do it if you ever got you go best long snappers in the NFL. Yeah, so how Pro Football Reference does it is they show you if you made any All Pros. Homer from Kyle Schwarber. He hasn't hit one in a while. Has not hit one in a while. He's still stuck on 49. It's been a bit. No, wait, Cujo. It's not that. 1-2 grounder up the middle. 4-3. Yeah, I think you're misreading it, Cujo. So I'm doing all right, Keller. I'm doing all right. Appreciate you, man. But 3 straight base runners with 2 out. Make it 2-0. I'm doing all right, though. I'm doing all right. Yeah, you're misreading, Cujo. I'll show you. It's not 3 different long snappers for first team All-Pro. This is every All-Pro. So what you're looking at here is... So you see Ross Masick? It shows you... Okay, so first team All-Pro in the AP was Andrew DePaula. Second team was Ross Masick. You're seeing 3 because it shows you all the things. So like the NFLPA voted him first team All-Pro. Pro Football Focus was second team. Scott Daly was first team All-Pro. Pro Football Focus. So we're just doing the AP poll. The AP votes. AP 2024 NFL. We're just doing that with AP. This is probably a better way to look at it. Yeah. He's number 2. Young be a bust. Bryce Young, he's terrible. Right, while Young was the first overall pick, it was ever consensus. Yeah. As bad as Young has been, you can at least say he's been put in a bad situation. Yeah, but they trade a lot to get him. A FanDuel picks tonight for baseball. I'm taking the Giants. I'm going to take the Giants over the D-backs. Yeah, so that's why. Basically, long story short, basically, we got sidetracked. Our special teams is good. So I get carrying that over. I don't get the Bears carrying their special teams coordinator over year to year. When their special teams was not good. That's basically what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, Tressway's very good. Tressway's very good. Obviously, kicking, not so much. If you like what you hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out on the channel to try and grow this community even more. And we're going to be live tomorrow for one baseball game. Help me decide which game we're calling. With your donations, everything counts as triple. So $5 counts as 15. Best long snappers. I just have to see. Yeah. Jags returning game wasn't the best last year. Was not the best last year, but didn't make the big mistake. Park Washington actually had a punt return touchdown, so 0-1 the count. Vientos looks at that one. Suarez already got some run support. Where I'm more disappointed here. I am, yes. Be called the Walmart Dome? Ooh. 0-1, downstairs 1-1. Just call it the W. The Walmart Dome at Mile High. The Wall Dome. 1-1. That one. Down low. 2-1. It's like our basketball arena at High Point. Named after Nito Cobain, our president. We call it the Nidome. But 1,000 on the Giants. Holy cow. Whew. Man. Samsung Stadium. Whew, that's a lot of money. I just don't trust the D-backs right now. Swing and a miss 2-2 on the pitch inside. The Commanders, there was a lot to like, but also a lot not to like. Bears get a new quarterback in 2026 draft. I don't think they do. Unless it gets really bad. Let's have a top 5 pick. I don't think they're getting a quarterback next year. Mile low prices. 2-2 the count. Way outside, full count. Yeah, I think you got the right guy. I think you definitely got the right guy with Dan Quinn. Thought some Peppers going to the Steelers. My dad and my sister are going up to the Steelers. Pat's going to told them expect a bad loss, but now Eagles calling the game. I mean, it could be a fun one. It could be a very fun game. We'll see. We'll see. Drake May's got to improve from last week, but I like to move for Pittsburgh. Why not? Low risk. That one outside, and leadoff man on board. Vientos, first base runner of the game for the Mets. Takes a walk on a full count. Brandon Nimmo coming up. Is Yelich going to be a bust, or is he going to stay good? Based on what I saw in college, he's going to stay good. Even if he stinks from here on out, I'm not sure it's possible to be a bust. I think if you're... I don't care what you do the rest of the way. If you win Rookie of the Year, you put up some insane numbers, and you take your team to the conference championship, whatever happens the rest of the way, I don't think it'd be a bust. It'd be a disappointment. I'm about a bust. Johnston last night was up there with Phillies. Yes, it was. It was. Send Bryce to the Vikings as a backup. KOC will fix him. It fixes everyone. Fix Sam Darnold. But Darnold at least showed flashes at times. Young, I don't know. I don't know if he's shown anything really in terms of like deep ball stuff. Yeah, I haven't checked the spread on that one yet. 0-1 to Nimmo. Yeah, Walmart World, that'd be an amazing name. Foul ball. And it will get out of play. So 0-2. I think a lot of teams had trouble penalties. Like the Jaguars had trouble with it. Bears had trouble with it. A lot of teams. Week 1. Especially when you have guys that don't play a lot in the preseason. There's going to be some sloppiness the first week. 0-2. Vientos on first. And Suarez, last 19 innings, 1 run allowed. 19 and a third, 1 run allowed. Strikeout. Swing and a miss on a slider outside. Got him a chase. Take the under on the spread in Browns Ravens. I think the Ravens can blow them out. I think the Ravens are just gonna light it up. After what happened the last game, I think they're just gonna light it up. Starling Marte. I think the less said about him as of late, the better. Big swing and a miss. So won the count on that one. Starling Marte. It's been rough. Last 6 games, he's 1 for 15, hitting .067. Right, Paris failed his development. Yeah, but it's not for lack of trying. I mean, they got Canales, who turned around Baker Mayfield. They drafted Tet, who looks great. They drafted a receiver last year in the first round. Obviously, again, has not worked out so far, but they drafted him. I mean, there's some guys that it's not the situation with Bryce. Good riddance. Moody White was doing so well. 0-2. I said that making that field goal against the Raiders was in the preseason was one of those win the battle, lose the war, because they are going to be stuck with him. I'm glad they cut their losses. I want them to do it after the Jaguars game, though. I want them to at least stick around for the Jaguars game. 1-2 the count. Yeah, him not being checked by the pick 6, just coming back strong like that. 1-2, down low, 2-2. Like, there are some people where it's the situation at first. Turn around Baker Mayfield. Wait. Bears and Vikings 2-1, Vikings 1. 2-2. That one inside 3-2. Yeah, but he never played as well as he did in Cleveland, Carolina. I mean, Canales knows what he's doing in terms of running an offense. And they've drafted weapons. 3-2 in there for a called strike. Like, it's not like we're talking about, and again, this is not to say he hasn't had his issues, but it's not like we're talking about Trevor Lawrence in 21, where his top receiver was Laquan Treadwell and his coach was Urban Meyer. Like, there's stuff on this Panthers team, and it's a lot with the quarterback. First pitch to Alvarez, just outside, 1-0 the count. New Broncos team, I like it. I like it. Privately funded, like that's a dome. I'm down with it. Right. Williams has fewer excuses. I will agree. I will give you that. Yes, Williams has no excuses at this point. They have talent on that team. They have I mean, I love the Norwood Pavilion Epcot. I had to know that with Vikings. I think the Eagles start 0-2. 2-0 the count. Johnny Manziel succeeding in Cleveland. 2-0. Outside the disrespect of Pro Bowler Derek Anderson. 3-0. McNeil in the other circle. Thoughts on the AP voter thing? She should lose her vote and lose her job. She should be fired from her job. Not just lose her vote, she should lose her job. That went in the first strike, 3-1. Like, the fact that Florida moves up 2 spots, South Florida is unranked. Florida moves up 2 after losing. And she says, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, nothing about what I do matters. Like, it does. Like, people's bonuses are on the line. People's jobs are on the line with these rankings. So we're going to miss 3-2. Like, what you do matters. And then anytime you have an assignment as a journalist, it matters. Anytime you have an assignment as a journalist, that's like the #1 rule. You take every assignment seriously. So she should lose her... The fact that she's a professor of journalism, I would not want to take a class with her. Alvarez, into left field at the track, making the play. And after the leadoff man gets on board, Mets can't do anything after that. I did hear Buck talk about John. Yes, during the Seahawks game. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Got a lot of flack for that. Got a lot of flack for that, but not undeserved. But just a stray out of nothing. How's it going, Joe? Appreciate you, man. Bryce Campbell was a lose-lose. Not really, because the Bears got DJ Moore out of it. 1 vote. So, yeah, I'll put the Twitter link in for what happened with that. Broncos naming Burn Yard as a preferred site. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. You can host events year-round, privately funded. I'm never going to complain about that. So, yeah. I would be very mad at them. Yeah. Yeah, so this is... Yeah. And the coward privated her tweets, too. Yeah, about that video. Yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah. I got you, PSU fan. I got you, PSU fan. This is what happened with the AP voter. Basically, one voter had South Florida after beating Florida unranked, and Florida, after losing, moved up 2 spots in this person's poll. And she said about why, I don't want to go too much into my process or my logic. It's really fun, but it probably doesn't matter in the end. So she doesn't take anything seriously. She doesn't take her assignment seriously, doesn't take her job seriously. And, like, there are bonuses attached to this. Like, if you get in the AP Top 25 for some of these schools, like, depending on your ranking, you get, like, certain payouts and whatnot. Like, this does matter. You got a casino bet? Oh, man. Hopefully Texas has gains. Like, so for you to say that something doesn't matter, if you're assigned to do something, and it's your choice to have the AP vote. It's not like someone's holding a gun to your head and doing a vote. It feels, yep. The JG8 video about the AP voter, yes. Who lost his vote? Yeah, she should lose her vote and lose her job. She should lose her vote and her job. Favorite Seahawks uniform? Ooh. Oh, man. I would have to go with the original blues. What's my poll? I haven't done mine yet, but I would say USF's in my top 15. I know that. USF would be my top 15. I mean, they're a darn good team. I had them in 25 last week. I don't know what I would do this week, but USF would definitely be my top 15. The Wolf Gray. I'm not crazy about gray as a color combo. First pitch in the first strike, 0-1. Poll exclusive from analysts, or just people that watch the games. There should be a litmus test. Like, before you submit a poll, you should have to, like, fill out, like, a questionnaire and just... What you should have to do before submitting a poll, you should have to fill out a choice. You should fill out a questionnaire, and all you have to do is click who actually won the game. If you get any of the answers wrong, you can't vote that week. 1-2 the count. Gonna drop the... I don't know if I'm gonna do anything on that one. But... Like the fact that it's nuts to me. It's nuts. If USF upsets Miami, they're in the top 10. Wilson into right field, but settled underneath for the first out. South Florida win a playoff game? I mean, they went to the swamp and won. I mean, I don't see why they can't. The worst kickers. Yes, Scott Mitchell was saying it doesn't matter. Drafted in NFL history. All right. Aguayo, I'm not even sure Moody's in the top 5. As bad as he was, I'm not even sure Moody's in the top 5. Hayden Epstein was really bad. Hayden Epstein was really, really bad with the Jaguars. 0-1 the count. Russell, or like Sabine, I still, like, sometimes I blank on the pronunciation. He was terrible with the Saints. Aguayo has to be on there. My favorite one is that's a foul ball out of play. I'm going to have a video sort of on this. I'm collabing with someone on this video, but there was a kicker back in the 80s on the Cardinals. Let's kick back on the Cardinals in the 80s. His name is Steve Little. Oh, it's Steve. Well, not Steve Little. He was terrible. He's also up there. Erksleben, yes, that's what it is. 0-2, grounded with the shift down the third base line, and he gets some more with a one-out knock. Stop. Fourth base runner of the game already for the Phillies, and Otto Kemp coming up. Yep, Erksleben, yep, there you go. There it is. But Steve Little is up there, and the other guy, he wasn't, yeah, that is true, is John Lee. And it's probably by the end of the month. Probably by the end of the month. The dumb decisions are just taking me like crazy. Who's winning this game? I've got the Phils. Phillies are winning 2-0, and I got the Phils winning this one. I'm not crazy about Mania this year, and Schwarber's been pitching pretty well as of late. First pitch inside 1-0. Oh, yeah, Mickemeyer was drafted. Right. He doesn't count. Any more videos for this past week? I don't know yet. I don't know. I might do one more, but I'm not sure yet. Not sure. There's a kicker of the Cardinals drafted in the second round named John Lee. He lasted one season. That was it. Yeah, I saw that video. Yep, I saw that video. Foolish baseball is awesome. Love Bailey. One of the counts. That one's fouled off. If you remember, you have emojis in chat. Your voter had him unranked. That's insane to me. After a bye. Fouled off again. We stay alive at 1-2. There was a kicker named John Lee. Brewer game against the Packers or something? I don't remember. USF in Miami? Yes, they can. Yes, absolutely. iPhone 17 is going to have 2 terabytes of internal storage. That's insane. That's a lot of storage. My monitor only has 1. My big computer only has 1. So 2 terabytes on a phone. Wow. Runner's going to go, and Stotts will be safe. Mets might challenge this one. They got him in a rundown, but got in there successfully, for the moment at least, in scoring position. Let's see. Will they challenge this? There was a kicker named John Lee in 1986. And he said, oh yeah, you're thinking of Zendejas. Yes, you're thinking of Zendejas. Yeah, you're thinking of Zendejas. And he is, that is close. Demonstrator copies backwards, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. Right now we need 5 terabytes on that, yes. Right, some of them, yes, absolutely. Sports talk, absolutely. Northwestern coach, I did see, yeah, someone said that yesterday. I think Friedspot said it yesterday with the Northwestern coach. So stupid. Take away everything they have, and what do they have? They still have a team that can beat your butts. Is there enough to overturn that? That is awfully close. I think it's simultaneous. It's not a bad challenge. It's not a bad challenge. I think it's simultaneous. It's overturned. And there's the freeze frame. Yep. On that freeze frame. Yeah, I could see being like smoking. I could definitely see being like smoking where you can't advertise it on TV. I could see that. So Kemp's got the bases empty now, 2 out. On a 1-2 count. They got Stott in a rundown. The challenge is successful. And Kemp into left center, and that is gone. Got him down to a 1-2 count, and Otto Kemp leaves the yard. For his 5th home run of the season, he had not been playing good baseball as of late. His first hit since August 6th. Kemp just 0 for his last 11. But leaves the yard there on 2 strikes and 2 out. And the Phils take a 3-0 lead. Manaya's rough start and rough stretch continues. He has now allowed 9 home runs in his last 29 and a third innings of work. Or excuse me, 7 home runs in his last 29 and a third innings of work. 0 on the count. His ERA was 7.81 since the start of August, and that is only going up right now. Outside, 1-1. Yeah, Phil Met swing feeble. Yep. But the kicker on the Cardinals, John Lee in 1986, he was scared of playing on CBS. Bader into left field. That is gone. A line drive leaves the yard. All 4 runs that Minaya has allowed so far have come on 2 out. And Harrison Bader had 3 hits yesterday, picking up right where he left off with his 16th homer, his 50th RBI of the year. Back to back. Mets fire Mendoza have the miss. I'm going to say fact. And that'll send Schwarber up. Can he get in on the home run party? Obviously, he's got 49 this year, most of the National League. Doesn't lead the entire major leagues because of what Kyle Raleigh's doing. Ever since that 4 home run game, though, against the Braves, he has not hit a home run. It's been an unusually long drought for Schwarber. His last 10 games without a homer. First pitch 1-0. He's going for it all there. Swings with a high fastball, 1-1. What a start. Eugene Song's hated John Lee. Yeah. 1-1. Schwarber fouls off 1-2. But he basically said he would get like stressed out anytime he saw the CBS logo. Like there's something about seeing the CBS logo that stressed him out. Like he could kick on every other network but CBS. There's a problem when the Cardinals play their games on CBS. 1-2. That went outside 2-2. So it was like, wait. So you have like a very superstitious kicker. And that'll be a video at some point. Should be by the end of the month. I'm collabing with someone on that, and I'll let you know more about that. It's not going to be on this channel. Minaya will get out of the inning as it's a chopper to second, 4-3. The damage is done. Phillies get 2 in the first, 2 in the second. Suarez, who's been pitching lights out lately, has a ton of run support already. As we go to the top of the third with the score 4-0. McNeil, Siri, Lindor due up here. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. It does help us out a ton on the channel. Again, any donation gets your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. We'll say to McNeil's credit, he is playing better as of late. Ever since the 30th, his last 9 games, hitting .353, OPS of .876. He'll be leading off here, trying to start this rally. Which it's not him. It's not him. Not him. Oh, that was a Grossi guy. Yes, that was a Grossi guy. I forgot he even existed. He flew out. No new Apple TV again. Oh man. Buying 2 of them? I mean, why not? Why not? That's a lot of storage. That's one of those things where yes, it's expensive, but it's not like a one-time. It's a one-time purchase. Speed, yeah, I'm definitely collabing with Speed. It's a channel that a lot of you probably are sub to already, or some of you are at least. I'll reveal more when it comes out, but they did a similar video about weird stuff in Major League Baseball, and they were like, "Hey, you're the guy for NFL. Can you give me some stuff?" And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it." How is Oregon so good at smoke anyone because of Baltimore material? Because Lanning's a heck of a coach. Lanning is a heck of a coach. Best you've ever sat in Everbank? The club. I've been on the club at the 50. The club at the 50-yard line. How much does Oregon win by before and after? I'm not sure it makes much of a difference, but I'm going to say 62-3. I'm going to say 59. We won by 59. First pitch in the first strike. Tyreek Hill. Shock Pikachu. No, it's not walk-off, no. Next stock, AI vid. I'm not sure if it's the next stock, but yeah, AI vid will be a documentary. It will be long. Oh, on the count. How about moves to Buffalo? The Henry fumble didn't help. Their defense play like Swiss cheese at the end. And had no answer for Coleman in the fourth quarter. Oh, to the count. Right, it's like, yeah, arbitrage is great, yeah. Right, it's not as impulsive. Yeah, you guys have to really think it through. Marlins, Rockies, Humans, Vigil first. Marlins, because the Rockies are going to be in a division with the Dodgers, who are spending billions of dollars, and the Rockies are dirt cheap. 1 to the count. Not saying that the Marlins aren't dirt cheap, but at least that division is more wide open. Tyreek has not been traded. No. If he gets traded, we're going live. If he gets traded, we're going to emergency live stream. 1-2, fouled off. Next talk will probably be, I mean, it's one of those things, it's probably going to be the AI video, but I don't know if it's the next doc. Because sometimes I find someone like, oh, that could be a doc. Or it can be Penn State. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. The thing would trigger, it seemed forced. It seemed forced. Swing and a miss downstairs. And they'll get the 2-3 out. No hits allowed so far. How's it going, Andrew Garfin? Appreciate you, man. Feels looking good so far. With Siri coming up. They're chasing that curveball down in the dirt. Jose Siri. Has not played in the majors since April 12th. It's 1 for 20 this year. Had a tibia injury, was on the IL. NJ Card fan gifting a membership. VP, I recognize her. I recognize her. Inner circle. Mercy Western, if he gets traded, I think it'd be a good thing for the Finns. I get you on the Phillies game. And Gear Troll the 5. Appreciate you, man. Which game do you want me to deal? I'll get you in the call for it. Which game do you want? 2-0. Siri fouls it off. 2-1. I appreciate you a ton. Inner Circle, NJ Card fan, I'll get you on the game again as a member. VP, you know the drill. You've been a member before. You got a lot of Burke saving the Javita members, Oakland Aces, and Mojo in chat, which I know which game you want. Which game do you want, Gear Trail? Ravens punting on 4th and 3. Dumb decision. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. I was okay with it. Cook fit idea? Yeah, go for it. Yeah, send me an email. Yeah, send me an email. Yeah, shoot me an email. I'm going to say no. Would I have done it? I don't know. I don't know. But 4th and medium. Yeah, Lenny will win at some point. Check swing. Did he go? He did. Full count. Chase that pitch outside. So, well, Mets Phillies, right? Catch your Mets Phillies. Appreciate you, man. So, inside your own territory, 4th and medium. And he was cramping as well. He was cramping. If you don't get it, they're already starting in field goal range. 3-2. That one fouled off. We stay alive. They should have traded him last year. Should have traded him last year after that whole debacle at the end of the season. Closing up 2 tonight. They can. Where is he? He's, yeah, no. 4th and 3. Yeah, in your own territory. If it was 4th and 1, I would go. But 4th and 3 in your own territory, deep in your own territory, where if you don't get it, they're in field goal range already, and they don't have to do anything and run out the clock. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout by Suarez. First time through. Suarez has been masterful. No hits allowed the first time through. He's already got 6 strikeouts. The series just 1 for 21 this year. Second time through now. Yeah, but they were stuffing him the last 2 drives. They were stuffing him as of late. They'll send Lindor up. If I make bets, it's free pick'ems. Yeah, I mean, free pick'ems are different. Yeah, free pick'ems are different, because obviously the stakes are, it's just bragging rights at that point. In case of the Dukies, like the Browns game, I don't know about that, but right, if I get it, you win the game. If you don't, you lose. I don't blame for not going for it, because it's high risk. Yeah, very high risk, high reward, but very high risk. Chopper to short, and Suarez no hits allowed through 3. Lindor 0 for 2. The 1-2 hitters for the Mets 0 for 9 this series. Right, the Phillies win tonight. The division is theirs. Oh, 100%. It's been theirs for a while, I think. We go bottom 3. Yeah, it's no means guarantee. No, not at all. Now, 4th and 1, I'm going. 4th and 2, I would go. But 4th and 3, and it was a long 3. Especially with the cramps and everything, and you can pin him inside the 20. And you have a kicker who is called from the practice squad. Granted, he's a veteran. Matt Prater's great, but I'm okay with it. I wouldn't have done it, but I'm okay with it. Mets are feebling right now. The sweep by doubts. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, but for the last week or so, it's been pretty locked up. Minaya out for another inning of work in what's been an atrocious start and an atrocious stretch. Biggest bust in history? A doc talking about biggest bust? People have done that already. The Rams-Texans fan fight. I did not see that. No, I did not see that one. I did not see that. Who won the fight? Was it the Rams fan or the Texans fan? Second time through the order here for Minaya. This season, opponents getting on 30% of the time. His study with scoregami, kind of crazy. Yeah, biggest bust people have done that before. It's a fair bullpen game. I get it. I get it. Signing ticket was the $779 asking price for when signing up an device. That is a lot of money, yeah. Because it's like $400 for regular. Right now the goal is a buy. Now the goal is a buy. You're in a good spot for it. I mean, the NL West winner, I mean, right now the Dodgers have 80. So you're in a good spot for it. In 3 weeks to go, got a 4-game lead on that. Obviously not over by any means, but... Harper, Chopper, right back to Minaya. Manaya's been good today the first 2 outs. It's the... Getting the 3rd out that's been a problem. Was it a bad idea? No, it's not a bad idea. It's just been done a lot. That's all. Better Off Alone was 2000. That was 2000. I don't really... That was like late 99. I don't think of that as like a... I don't think of that as a 90s song. I think that was like early 2000. A great song. Real Muto. Coming up here. The Marlins, they've been playing the worst baseball of any team since the start of August. Okay, wait. You just sent me the video. Okay, let me see. First pitch in the first strike. 0-1. Whew! Oh, she got bladed up. Wow. I don't know what, like, started the fight. Obviously, we're just seeing the aftermath. But wow. 0-2 the count. Romuto. Hit by pitch last time. Fouls that one off here. It's 0 for 3 yesterday. Kept the inning alive last time after getting hit on the foot. And Castellanos had the 2 RBI double last time. He's in the on-deck circle. As Romuto will look at that one just inside. Original stream is... Okay. I'll have to check that one out later. Check that one out later. 1-2. Romuto fouls it off down the right field line. Right, Sandstorm. Yeah, you gotta do Sandstorm. Yeah, 276. Yeah, that's what it usually... Yeah, it's something around there. And then 380 on YouTube. 1-2. Romuto pops it up. Calling everyone off. At second is McNeil for the second out. So 2 out. And again, that's not been the issue. Getting the first 2 outs has not been the issue for Minaya today. It's 2 up, 2 down the first inning. 2 up, 2 down the second inning after the pickoff play. 2 up, 2 down this inning. The problem is that the first inning, you had 3 straight guys get on board. The Phillies scored 2. Last inning, you had 2 guys get on board with back-to-back home runs, and Castellanos fouls that one off, 0-1. Wait, pull the trigger on Napier? Oh, it's getting there. It's getting there. Depends how you lose the LSU game. Depends how you lose that one. If you lose it in undisciplined fashion, you pull the trigger. An 0-1 the cow. Castellanos, 2 RBI already today. He's got an RBI in 3 straight games. Now running a 4-game hitting streak. Five for his last 12. Fouls that one off down the right field line. 0-2. Right when the night. Yep. I'm assuming you've seen the Reeboks or the Nikes clip from that Spanish radio station. That was awesome. 0-2, just inside 1-2. That's one of the funniest clips. I'm making a bowl game last year. Only reserves ammunition still in the chamber. Yeah, and they had a hard schedule this year, and they exceed expectations. 1-2, Castellanos fouls one off again. When you fire yourself, he's not getting fired. He's not getting fired. They just won the Natty in basketball. He's not getting fired. Last one did not go through. Last one did not go through. 1-2. Castellanos. Into left field. At the wall, making the play. Is Nimmo. So a 1-2-3 inning. First time today the Phillies have not scored. We go top 4. 4-0. Thoughts on Jack's trying to make tank things. I have to do a video on it on GGI News. I haven't gotten a chance to do one yet. But I like Tank a lot, but he just didn't fit the rotation. He didn't fit the math. ETN's your number 1 back. Tudin's the backup. LaQuinn Allen's your 3rd down back. Bigsby, it didn't make sense to have him on the team because it's just too many guys. If I got the football versions, yeah. Could do that. Could do that. He was the guy that nailed the hire for basketball. You get the coach at San Fran, and was like, okay, well, this is an interesting move. But obviously that one worked out very well for Florida. We'll go top 4, Soto, Alonso, Vientos. Again, if you like what we see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It really does help us out on the channel. Goes a long way. Appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. We're going to be live tomorrow for one of those 4 games on the right side of your screen. Every donation is going to help me decide which game we're calling. And it counts as triple. So if you donate $5, it counts as 15. Donate 10 counts as 30. If you donate 2, it counts as 6. You get the idea. Mets, Phils, Tigers, Yanks, Royals, Guards, or Cubs, Braves. Got a lot of good games as baseball is coming down the stretch. Thursday night, be here for the Packers-Commanders game. I never changed the cases. I just realized that. This case from the Vikings-Bears game, I'm going to have to change the cases in just a little bit. We'll do that later tonight. I can change it back to the regular configuration. So, apologies about the setup. We will do that. We'll do that later. Rossi-style catchphrase for coaches. Do you like Shanahan for February, March, April for Shanahan? If I were to do that, I don't know if Shanahan would work for that. I do catchphrases. I think Lambo in the snow would be tougher than facing your parents' in-laws would be that. Oh, on the count. This pathetic, feeble, overrated, and overpaid. Not a good start. Not a good start. I'm not. Your message is not going through. Swing and a miss, so too. I'm not doing the biggest bust video. If that's the question, I'm not doing the biggest bust video because the biggest bust video, there's so many videos on that already. 0-2. I think the worst thing I can buy is what the Rockies have right now. But 0-2 the count. Soto sips out of the box. And Lindor and Soto have been 0 for 9 this series so far. Trying to turn things around here. Can the Mets get the leadoff man on board? They're 1 for 3 getting the leadoff man on. Won't get it. 0 for 10, the two of them combined. And today, Soto 0 for 2 as he strikes out. It's number 7 for Suarez today. Mets no hits through 3 1/3 so far. That did send Pete Alonso the polar bear up to bat. Right as a fraction of Mets, yeah. But technically, money buys it. Technically. What would Campbell be? Ooh. Never acknowledge Godfather 3. Never waste calories on pizza that's on the East Coast. Never punt past the 50. That's probably what he would be. 1-1 the count. That taxes Andy Reid. Yeah, or Mahomes. Yeah, Mets are on track to get up. It's very early, though. 1-1 the count to Pete Alonso. He looks it down for a strike. Why 13 Gators so bad? Because Muschamp was not a good coach, and quarterback play was just pitiful. I mean, the Gators did not really have a quarterback until Trask. I mean, Greer was good, but then he got suspended. The 1 month Greer played in Florida, he was great. But between Tebow and Trask, there was no one. 1-2, shot foul. Mount Rushmore, Seattle sports legends. We got to have Ichiro. Cohen, it's too early. Too early for Cohen. Too early for Cohen. Gotta have Ichiro in there. Say 1-2 in there for a strike. That's number 8. Number 8, back-to-back strikeouts. Ray is not aged at all. You were not wrong on that one. And that will send Vientos up. I would say for Seattle, you go with, man, this is tough. McVay could be December, September, October, November. McVay. He did play for the Yankees. Yeah, he got traded to them. Yeah, Ichiro, Griffey. Kemp. And then for a strike, 0-2. Kemp, and I gotta pick a Seahawk. That's the hard part, picking a Seahawk. You could go Kennedy. You could go Easley. Walter Jones. Down low, 1-2. It's not setting. No, you missed it. It's not setting. McDermott would be. 1-2. Down low, 2-2. The Sherman Bowl. Marshall Lynch. Could be Lynch. Could be Lynch. Sean McDermott, AFC East champion, as predictable as getting into an argument about the bubble. 2-2, shot foul again. Biggest NFL bust. Okay, biggest NFL bust. I would say Jamarcus Russell, Arch Lister, Tony Mandrich, be up there as well. Ryan Leaf. Those are probably the big four. 2-2 the count. And Schwarber allowed just 1 run his last 3 games, and he's got 8 strikeouts here with no hits allowed. Can he get out of this? 2 strikeouts to start the inning, make it 3. Strikes out the side. Mets no hits through 4. Oh, yeah, Steve Largent. Yes, Steve Largent. Yes. It'd be Steve Largent. That'd be the guy. It'd be Steve Largent. Suarez has allowed just 1 run now in his last 22 innings of work. Yeah, of course, I had to close the guy. Yeah. Tuesday West fits that a little better. McDermott, has won the East every year since 2020. Before the Patriots passed the torch and someone bit big on them winning the division, and even if he won, he only recouped a small fraction of that. Yeah, that was not smart. He had on the Mount Rushmore too. Biggest bust? Not yet. He's trending there. But he's not there yet. I'm not sure he'll ever be there. Because the 4 I mentioned had off-the-field issues, too. They didn't just suck. They had other stuff. Bust doesn't get talked about enough. I would say Luke Jokel. Greg Robinson's another one. Because that 2014 draft, you're like, oh, wow, Aaron Donald. One of the greatest defensive players of all time. They got Donald. Well, they also drafted a big-time bust before that. Donald was their second first-round pick that year. Their first first-round pick, Greg Robinson, we just forget that he existed. Bulls. Salad Bowl, Punch Bowl, Todd Bowls, be something like that. Rise up, Red Sea with a fiber! Rise up, Red Sea with the fiber. Appreciate you. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. My friend passed away 2 days ago? Oh my god, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, my condolences. Oh my god, I'm so sorry to hear that. Man. I'm upset. I'm happy that you're alive because you make my day better. That's what I try to do. I appreciate you a ton on that one. Thank you so much. Swing and a miss. 0-1 to count. Yeah, I go live every day. I just try to brighten people's days. And whatnot. And if this is helping you, I really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Which game do you want me to do for the baseball? 5-3 on the out here. That was a low throw, but got it. So your donation gets to decide which game I'm calling tomorrow. Or Mets, Phillies, Tigers, Yankees, Royals, Guards, or Cubs, Braves. To be fair, Fisher, Jokel, Jordan is the first 2 picks this week. Draft left with a bust for that. Well, now you realize that Lane Johnson was the next tackle off the board. Also, Fisher made a couple of Pro Bowls. He wasn't too bad. Fisher had his moments. Even if that penalty in the divisional game against the Steelers was pretty bad. Swing and miss 0-1. I appreciate you a ton, Rise Up. I'm so sorry to hear that about your friend. I'm thinking of you, man. I'm thinking of you. That is awful. Which game do you want me to do for the baseball? That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. in their first strike 0-2. Yeah, I try to post every day about history and stuff that's happened in the NFL, and we're all just having fun out here. So if my videos and my stuff helps brighten your day and helps you through this tough time, I appreciate you a ton. I appreciate that a ton. And anything you need, just let me know. 0-2. Swing and a miss upstairs. Wilson goes down on strikes. Tomlin, be something about 500. Be something about 500. Be something about 500. Something about... oh, man. Mike Tomlin, Toy Story, never loses. Never bad. Never bad. Mike Tomlin, Toy Story. Mike Tomlin, Toy Story, never bad. Yeah. That's actually a stretch about 500. Yep. Oh, on the count to start. Swing and a miss 0-2. Ben Johnson broke. He broke my brain. Ben Johnson broke my brain. That was... I mean, you could see me short-circuiting in real time on that one. You could see me short-circuiting. Like, when I was doing the Bears-Colts analysis, you could see me short-circuiting. Down low, 1-2. Like, there's some things that make me break my brain, and that was one of them. With the Harbaughs. Ooh. 1-2. Fouled off. Be something about brothers. Something about successful brothers. The best brothers since stepbrothers. 1-2. Stott. Fouls it off down the first base line. I'll go that with if we're doing John Rothstein phrases. The best brothers since stepbrothers. Have a water bottle? Yep, I filled it. It's right here. I drink from the fountain of dumbness. 2-2. Yeah, this water bottle is never leaving. Yeah, for the Bears Colts Club, I crashed. I think I was the only one to bring that up. Just react to the latest crazy play live. I might do that. 2-2. Fouled off. Like, I might put some of those crash outs on YouTube Shorts. Is that going to get out of play? It will. So we stay alive. Like, I might do that. Yeah, that was an insane stream. I never thought it would get to that point. Like, that short circuit in my brain. Yeah, Bucket don't lose so much. I have no clue. Because they were questioning in the booth the whole time. Like, they knew the situation. They were talking about it, too. 2-2 Stott will pop up to the shortstop Lindor. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to post the crash outs on Shorts. I'm going to do that. Right, it was great to check out the answer. Yep. How's it going, Lou? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Having the Jaguars won? I am too. I've got a lot of Cardinals stuff, too. You probably know I live in Phoenix, so very close with the Cardinals. I went to camp, got a lot of autograph helmets with them. Unmanned Peacock, is that Jeopardy? We go top 5. Measure the World Series coming October. That would be something. But have the Cardinals one too. Obviously, it wasn't the prettiest, but yeah, it's probably like it's the Bears. They'll do with Bears stuff. Yeah, that's why they can never have me as an announcer. For Arizona's my number 1, Jacksonville number 2. It's funny for me. It's probably it's the reverse. Obviously, Jacksonville 1, Arizona I guess they'd be my number 2. I guess that's correct. Let's go. I got Marvin Harrison Jr.'s autograph at camp. Love that man. I'm excited for the Cards this year. I'm excited for them. It's funny because like it played out exactly as I thought in terms of how the preseason and regular season went. Watching them in camp, I'm like, okay, these are the flaws. These are what's gonna be really good. And so far, my eyes have been right. Yeah, Brady Rules would sound flabbergasted. Oh yeah, they would. Vilma wouldn't know what's going on. Vilma would just pretend nothing happened. Tell me about, I forgot the rationale behind they were talking about, but then I figured out after the King and started laughing. Yep, same old Bears. Why the Bears had a good quarterback since World War II? Some franchise, I mean, just they feel cursed at this point. How's it going, Steven? I was born in Arizona in 98, missed the Jags logo. Me too. I like the current logo, but I want to go back to the old unis, and hopefully we will. I think we will go back to the old unis starting next year. Imagine a worse decision than Eberflus. Yep. Well, Eberflus I would have crashed out more if it wasn't the fact that, I mean, number one, it's Eberflus, so I know he's going to do something stupid. Number two, I had to call the Cowboys game right after that. No, Kingsbury had to go. And Rosen sucked. Rosen, they made the right call. They got a second-round pick from the Dolphins for Rosen. He did nothing in Miami. Bears are better run by actual Bears. Probably not wrong on that one. Probably not wrong. Just one over the minimum through 4 innings for Suarez. And today's the anniversary of the perfect game. 60 years ago. 2-0 the count. I've been panicking about Caleb. Worst decision John Madden made? Oh, I don't have the top of my head. Off the top of my head, I don't know that it's the worst one he made. That one ripped up the middle, base hit. And Nimmo gives the Mets their first hit of the game. Yeah, Rosen was awful. They made the right call. Who was worse coaching to be, Hackett or Johnson? I would say Hackett. I've not seen perfect line yet. I've not. So finally, after 4 innings and 8 strikeouts, the Mets get to Suarez. Finding Nimmo. There you go. And in comes Starling Marte. Again, the less said about him as of late, the better. 1 for his last 16. An OPS before today of 133. Outside, did he go? He did not. 1-0. You got to wait at least 2 times through the order before being on no-hitter watch. At least 2 times through. Hackett's the second worst sack coach in history. He was awful. I've not seen Sabrina Carpenter's AMA yet. Or VMA yet. Has worse than Saints? I don't think that's too crazy. I mean, if you don't believe in Bryce Young and you don't believe in that defense, and there's no reason to believe in Bryce Young, no reason to believe in that defense, I get it. You screenshot certain week 1 moments and name them based on what I was watching. It was on there in the field goal with the heart rate. Wow. John made bad decisions? Yeah, I mean, a lot of coaches made bad decisions. I mean, Andy Reid used to be terrible at making decisions. Belichick's made a few bad ones. 2-0, chopper to short, 6-3, double play unassisted. So even though Suarez allows his first hit, Mets can't do anything with it. Marte grounds into a double play, still just 1 over the minimum with Alvarez coming up. Absolutely, sports talk. Yep, so much room I have sleep in your system. Clayton remind me of Josh Rosen on the good type. Yeah, Clayton's doing crap. He was never NFL quality. I'm like, why did they ever take him? And why did they ever keep him for that long? First pitch to Alvarez. Down low and inside, 1-0 the count. Best play between Arizona and New Orleans was Will Johnson's hit. Yeah, Will Johnson. Obviously, he fell in the draft not because of talent, because of injuries. He's a top 10 talent. We all knew it, just because of injuries. 2-0 the count. Like, he's so talented. Will Johnson's so good. I wanted the Jags to potentially draft him if we, not at 5, but if we traded back. I'd be like, you know what? I'm okay with taking Will Johnson. The fact that he fell that far was insane. I'm so happy the Cardinals got him. Yeah, it's how asinine various coaches are. Yep. 2-0 the count. That one outside 3-0. Yeah, I'm glad my Carter screwed the pooch. Yeah, James Gladhouse. How did he feel about Sunday's win? How'd James Gladhouse feel? Oh, God bless Fox's incredible broadcast of that game. My tweet's gone viral. My tweet about the landing went viral. I don't know how. 3-0. That one down low. 4-pitch walk and Alvarez gets some board. Second walk of the game. And now McNeil coming up. Will PTI go on until either Wilbur and Courthouse die? I think it's going to go on forever. That's one of those shows that's going to go on forever. I mean, Wilbur and Courthouse are sometimes, like most of the time, they're not even on anymore. So that show is going to keep going on. The branding's too powerful. That's a good question. Is Hackett in the NFL anymore? Yeah, he's a defensive analyst for the Packers. He's got like a minimal role in Green Bay. Like very minimal role. 1-0 the count, 5 straight balls. They got very lucky to pin him up. He should have been drafted sooner, injury or not. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, second round, he got nothing to lose with that. Wants her to miss the playoffs. You know, with the interior of the line and how good that division is, I get it. 1-0 in there for a strike. Red light was on. 100% sports talk. That's why I love these streams, too. I love these streams for that reason, too. When Belichick won the coin toss, I like the kickoff and the Jets score a touchdown. Although, under those rules, it made sense. 1-1. Shot foul. Wide around the horn end, but PTI still went on. I think production is a bit too more... It's more expensive to do around the horn because you need 4 guys plus a studio host and the technology. Versus PTI, it's just 2 guys talking. Also, the ratings. PTI with Ryan Clark and Peter Schrager in a boxing ring. Mariotti, he was good, and then obviously everything happens afterwards where it's like, yeah, you can't bring him on anymore. Obviously, a complete scumbag of a person. But he was good on that show. USA, they just need to win. USA, I don't care how they win. They just need to win a game. Because their last few games against competent teams have been crap. Yeah, at least one of those teams. Yep, we're Super Bowl winning O-line. Ooh. I mean, it would have been the Bengals if they won 56. Fouled off. It would have been the Bengals. I don't know the worst one. 17 pressures. That's a lot of pressures. That's like 50% of your dropbacks. Yeah, Mariotti, Woody Page, Jay. My around the horn growing up, my like dream team when it was like, okay, this is where you know it's gonna be a good show. 2-2 was every Monday coming back from school and watching Mariotti with Page and Kalishaw and Adonde. And sometimes Blackstone. In terms of a shooting show, I'm gonna say fiction. The kill of Jerry Mary's character. Jerry Mary died on the way back to his home planet. Yeah, domestic violence. That's what happened. That one outside. McNeil lays it off. Back-to-back walks. The third walk by Suarez today. If they had at least one day game a day, yeah, that'd be awesome. You could just have baseball all the time. No, it's because like Sports Reporters is back as a streaming show, and then the last one they got was about like social media people. I was like, okay, wait, Sports Reporters. It's like, wait, we're doing Katie Feeney and Annie Agar. I'm like, wait, that's the Sports Reporters now? Like, what the heck happened? You might as well just have had the show killed off at that point. I'm like, don't even try to revive it. Yeah, he had a crash it. Yeah, biggest upset this week. People can survive with a bye week. I'm gonna say fact on that one. That's a tough schedule. I'm not sure how he survives that one. You want to do much further than 0-3? Absolutely. Once you can come back from 0-3, good luck. Top 25 upset. I'm going to say... Man. There's nothing that's really catching my eye. Not really catching my eye. Pick a blink? Yeah, I'll post it. I'll post it later. Inside 1-0. Well, the thing is that I miss having something on. I mean, I miss Around the Horn for Mondays after football season. That's it. What activity was the favorite for recess time? When I was playing recess. Squash. You know the wall ball game? With watermelon and whatnot? Yeah, Chiefs will be home underdogs. Well, definitely be for the Eagles game. Top 25 upset this week. If I had to pick one. 1-1. I would say Georgia Tech. I'll go Georgia Tech. Beating Clemson. Yeah, that is true. Yep, that is true. If they go 4-0, I will stream Jaguars Chiefs. Right, 0-4 is possible for the 92 Chargers. Yep. 1-2 the count. Siri, swing and a miss. 9 strikeouts. The Mets leave 2 on. Suarez. A masterful start for him. He's got 9 Ks, no runs allowed. Another phenomenal outing so far for him. He's allowed 1 run his last 23 innings. The Mets will have the 3rd time through at the top of the 6th, the first to go bottom 5. The Ravens' best team in football. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Again, how many times is Henry going to fumble in that spot? That was kind of a fluke. Not the fact the Bills won, but the fact that those extra games are winnable. Hey, look, I'm okay with that. Believe me, Joe, I'm okay doing that. I'm okay. I will stream it. If they go 4-0, if they go 3-3, oh, he survives 100%. Yeah, you can say develop however you want. Yep, pretty much. I've said that. I've said that before too. I've said it before. Once we start 0-3 make the playoffs, I know the Jets did in 81. The Chargers in 92. Yeah, the Jets were like 0-3-1. I want to say, or they 1-3-1 for 5. They were terrible. The Jets, the Chargers, and who else? Is it the Chiefs? I know they started 1-5. I know they started 1-5 one year. It might have been the Chiefs. Do you want to pester him and say hello when he was tempted? Hey, you could just sit hi. You could just sit hi. As long as they're not like intruding on them, like most people are fine with that. Oh yeah, was it the Texans or the Colts? It might have been the Colts because they went for it on fourth down instead of playing for the tie. Yeah, I already said squash. You know the game with the wall, and there's like that tiny ball, and you have to hit the ball, palm it with your hand, and hit it off the wall, and then you have to like make sure it touches the wall. If it bounces twice, you have to go like between the legs. That game. Basketball was another one too. Is Sandler's birthday? Did not know that. I've heard nothing but good things about Sandler as like a person. I think the Jets were. No, the Chargers. No, they came a game short. Chargers came a game short that year. They would have made it if it wasn't for a few things happened in the final week. Or I think the 81 Jets were. Yeah, the Jets were 0-3 to start off. They started 1-3-1. Meanwhile, the Jets-Dolphins game 81. I mean, that tie game, that was an insane game. Oh, on the count, Kemp hit a homer last time. That one way outside. They called it a strike 0-2. Yeah, 95 Raiders. Yeah, that was a bad team. Judge is Yankees' best hitter of all time post-integration. I don't think it's a hot take. I don't think that's a hot take. I really don't think that's a hot take. Speaking of Yankees, here's Bellinger home run into right field. Just now for the Yanks. Fouled off, we stay alive. I mean, Uncut Gems is my favorite. By the way, I already said squash. 0-2. Down low 1-2. The wall game. And basketball. Unless you had another one and didn't go through. Yeah, I'm taking Judge over Mantle. It's crazy how that sounds. If Yanks up 2-0. Guards up 2-0 as well. Oh, 2-2 the count here to Kemp. Outside full count. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It really does help us out on the channel to try to grow this community even more. Appreciate all you guys being here on this Tuesday night. 3-2. Kemp outside and a leadoff walk. So the 9-hitter gets on board for the second time in as many plate appearances. Now I go third time through. And for Minaya, the third time through, hold on to your hats. Opponents are hitting the third time through 500. They're getting on board 57% of the time. He's allowing an OPS the third time through this year of 1-2-3-2. So this could be a chance to blow this thing open for the Phils. 0-1. Bader fouls it off. Hit a homer last time. Factor figures Tyreek Hill gets placed on the commissioner's exempt list. I'm going to say fiction for now. If more comes out, I'll go fact. But for now, I'm going to go fiction. 0-2. Way upstairs, 1-2. Yeah, Mantle's in the go cover. Yes. Yeah, his body failed him, but he was so good. 1-2. Bader fouls it off again. You figure this would be Manaya's last inning. He's at 82. The most he's thrown this year is 91. Way upstairs, 2-2. There is activity in the pen. Oh, that's which other things start panicking right now? Dolphins? I would say the Bears to some extent with Caleb Williams. And the Panthers. Like, oh, we might be... Bryce Young might not be all that. Swing and a miss upstairs. That's the first out. So I would say the 3 teams that should really be concerned in terms of panic mode. Dolphins, because Tua looks terrible. And it looks like there's just no one wants to play hard for McDaniel. The Bears, with Caleb Williams, his outlook improved. Team to start 0-6 making the playoffs? No. No one started 0-5 and made it. So I don't. 0-6 would be pretty much impossible to do it. Pretty much impossible. Goal USA leads. Let's go. Guessing that's on TNT. Let me throw that on. TNT. 0-1 the count to Schwarber. Big swing and a miss on that slider. 0-2. Manaea has settled down since allowing those 4 runs. He has not allowed a hit since 2 outs in the second. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. 1-2. His hands almost did. It takes a lot of weird circumstances to have it happen. Time for panic button in Queens. So it's been time for a while. You could win 11 in a row. You could. Best team turnaround in NFL history. The Bengals in 1970. Will forever be the answer to that question for me. Outside 2-2. The Bengals started 1-6 in 1970. They had the worst record in football. Halfway through the season. 14-game season, by the way. 14-game season. So, halfway through the season, they were 1-6. 2-2. Schwarber lays it off. Yeah, Seldon's sucky. Yep. 1-6. The halfway point. Worst record in football. They then win 7 straight, win the division, make the playoffs. I think that's the best turnaround. 3-2. Schwarber, big swing and a miss. Strike him out. Won't get the throw him out. It's a bad throw. But they will hold the runner at second. So no error on the play. Kemp steals, but Schwarber strikes out. And again, Schwarber has not looked the same since that 4 home run game. He really has not. This month, I mean, Schwarber's 0 for 2 today. He's just 3 for his last 27. Harper up to bat with the runner in scoring position. Right, they almost did. Then they fired Schottenheimer because Stan Snyder's a moron. Swing and a miss 0-1. Schottenheimer has had the worst luck. Gets fired after going 8-8 with a bad team. Gets fired after making the playoffs with the Browns. Gets fired after making the playoffs with the Chargers. It's like, no one else has the luck that he does in terms of getting fired. 0-1, down low 1-1. Mount Rushmore Browns. Jim Brown. Otto Graham. Joe Thomas. I'm debating between a few. For Warfield, Motley, Kelly. It's got to be Groza. I'm going Groza. Graham, Brown, Groza, Thomas. 1-1. Harper fouls it off 1-2. He gets fired 14-2. Yep. 70s Bengals essentially invented will become the West Coast offense. Anderson did best for Montana, and that's why he should be in the Hall of Fame. One of the reasons why. Oh, that wasn't 19. I mean, that was mid-70s. 1970 was, I believe it was Carter. I think it was Virgil Carter. 1-2. That one just outside 2-2. I think that was Virgil Carter that year for the Bengals. A former Bears quarterback. Two. Harper fouls it off again. Yeah, this is going to be it for Manaea. He's on 95. This is the most he's thrown in a game this year. Too soon to put Myles Garrett on that list? Too soon, yes. But he will be a Hall of Famer. Myles Garrett will be a Hall of Famer, no doubt in my mind. Too soon on that, though. I was affecting that one, Steven. Swing and a miss. Harper strikes out. So Manaea allows 4 runs in 5 innings. He'll be done after this. Phillies leave a runner on. The Phillies have not gotten to hit their last 3 1/3. That's the good news for the Mets. The bad news, they trail 4-0 because it just started off so poorly for Manaea. We go top 6. Suarez, 9 strikeouts already. He's been money. I like the answer on the Greg Cook. Yeah, what could have been on that one? What could have been? One of the greatest what-ifs of all time. And appreciate all you guys doing. If you like what you see, folks, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. It really does help us out on the channel. Again, any donation get to question right away. Also, just go in the order. Same as doing live playing, commentary on this game. We have emojis in the chat. If you are a member, you get a lot of perks for being a member. One of those is you can use the emojis in the chat. Tomorrow night, we're doing one of those 4 games. Help me decide which game we are calling. Every donation counts as triple. So if you donate $5, counts as 15, 10 counts as 30. You get the idea, and so on and so forth. Highest donation total by the end of the night is the game that we're going to do. And we have new videos dropping every single day on the channel on JG9 and JG8, my college football channel. Click the link above to watch today's Dumb Decisions video, where I talk about what happened last night in the Bears-Vikings game. Browns quarterbacks, Mount Rushmore. Well, Graham has to be on there. Kozar's got to be on there. You figure Brian Sipe, winning MVP, Cardiac Kids, has to be on there. And I would probably go with Ryan. And, oh, whoa, nice save. Nice save, man. I'd probably go with Frank Ryan on that one. Right, you gotta go Ryan, Graham, Sipe, Kozar. Is there any argument for anyone else? I don't know if there's an argument for anyone else that you could conceivably make. There's no argument for anyone else you could conceivably make. Tim Couch, yeah. Sign cut trade. Parsons, Garrett, and Terrell Suggs. Man. Whew, that's tough. Man. Just in terms of positional value. I mean, in terms of value, cut Suggs. I mean, that's obvious. In terms of how they play, cut Parsons, trade Suggs. Myles Garrett is who you're signing regardless. Right, Cook and X of medical events is going to be Hall of Famer, 100%. With Bill Walsh? Oh, yeah. That one called a strike on the outside. Lindor, Soto, Alonso. Third time through here for Suarez, who's on 85 pitches. You figure this is going to be his last inning of work. So double-digit strikeouts in 2 of his last 4 games. Looking to make it 3 for 5. He gets one more strikeout here. Tim Couch, he did. Yes. One time. David Robertson warming up in the pen for the Phils. Right, Bigger's the 5th head. That says a lot. On the upper part of the zone, 1-2. Yeah, he did go. MTSU. Proud of the Blue Raiders. Proud of the Blue Raiders right there. One, two. Fouled off. We stay alive. Lindor, no hits this series again. Lindor and Soto 0 for 10 this series so far. Top of the order is where you really make your mark, and Mets have not done that this series. And that for Dwayne Rudd, yep. God bless Dwayne Rudd. Fouled off, we stay alive. Fly ball, 0 for 11. Top of the order is Lindor, lazy fly out. Into right. In comes Juan Soto. Looking for his first hit of the series. Right, Holcomb was the quarterback for the wild card game itself, yeah. Couch was part of that team, but Holcomb started that game. Soto 0 for 2 strikeouts. Again, before this series, he was playing lights out. A 1.720 OPS. 4.69 averages last 9, but 0 for 5 this series with 3 strikeouts. Looks at that one for a strike. 0-1. Only 240 39s. Oh, 1. Yeah, it was the best thing for him. Yeah, he was not mature in Cleveland. The whole Packer debacle, he was not mature. 0-1, Soto. Jammed inside, fouls it off down the first base line. 0-2. Be sure to stick around for the 7th inning. We do the 7th inning stretch here. Play some stuff on the keys and all that fun stuff. 0-2. That one. Down low 1-2. Watch the AP voter lose their job as a professor. Because one of the number 1 rules of journalism is that if you have an assignment, you take it seriously. Every assignment is taken seriously. You can't practice what you preach. Check swing, he went. Over 3 strikeouts. Basically, you lose all credibility. One of the things that they teach you as a journalist. I've never used photos from either one of them. One of the things they teach you is, like, it's very easy as a journalist to lose credibility. You lie about something, you misspell something, you get the facts wrong, very easy to lose credibility. How can you teach people how to be journalists if you are openly admitting that you are not taking your job seriously? It's not about a difference of opinion. Believe me, this is not about a difference of opinion. This is going on the air and saying, yeah, I didn't, like, I have a vote. I know people's lives are on the line with potentially bonuses and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Nothing about what I do matters. You can't be a respected journalist if you do that. 1 on the count. It's one of those you become a hypocrite. Like, every beat you have as a journalist, you need to take, like, you need to do your job. You need to take it seriously. Now, obviously, there are some things that are more serious than others. If you're covering a lawsuit or you're covering a death, that's a lot different than covering a charity event for like doing an assignment as like a charity Saturday like bounce house party and whatnot. Like one of those, like obviously different levels, but you still take your job seriously. 2-2, straight a miss. Alonso goes down. 10 strikeouts for Suarez. Third time in his last 5 games, he got double-digit strikeouts. Now this one was Metallica. Just 1 hit allowed by Suarez in 6 innings. He'll be done. Quality start in line for the win. Yeah, like Carissa Tom sells a job. Yep. Well, it's Fox. They use B-roll footage of the Jacksonville landing for the Jaguar-Panther game. A building that has not existed since 2019. So Liberty, we're going to go to 18. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no on that. So that's why. It has nothing to do with... Look, if you want to say South Florida does not deserve to be ranked, that's one thing. We can disagree on opinions. I think calling people's job over an opinion, over a sports opinion, is insane. This is not about opinions. This is about your ethics as a journalist of admitting you did not do your job and that it doesn't matter. She's on Fox as well, yeah. She's on Thursday Football, but she's also on Fox. She does the pregame show for Fox, and she does the anytime they throw it to the studio for updates. Why not? Because the ratings are not good on Labor Day weekend. Ratings are not good because a lot of people spend time away. It's the last weekend they spend at the beach or whatnot, so that's why. Yeah, college football will be screwed as well. Yes, that would also be a bit worrisome. Because then the other thing too, if you do that, you then start playing with fire because then college football is like, wait a second, you're now encroaching on our territory. The Sport Broadcasting Act. We're going to move to revise the Sport Broadcasting Act, and they might be really screwed. Then you might be really screwed depending on how the court wants to rule. You've got a good thing going around the Sport Broadcasting Act of 1961. You could be really screwed potentially if you intrude on college football and you start showing games on Labor Day weekend, Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Monday, Sunday that week, and the TV networks that have college football deals would be very upset, and the colleges would want to potentially, as let's say, foul ball there, 0-1. They might want to revise the act, and you don't want to mess up a good thing, if that makes sense. So I'm 9-9 for the loss right now. Alright, so what else does he open up Labor Day weekend? I have to say, it's a lot different now than it was 25 years ago. That one outside, 1-1. Justin Hagenman. Yeah, Suarez dealt tonight. Yep, 1 hit allowed, 10 strikeouts. He was money. Fouled off 1-2. Last time pitched was 1 1/3, no hits allowed, no runs. Did pitch against the Braves, went 4 innings, struck out 5. So ideally, if you're the Mets, you want him to eat up a lot of pitches. He went 55 in that game. He's gotten 73 earlier this year. We'll see how long he goes. You figure you're going to have him try and go all 3 innings. And keep it under 50 pitches. He'll go all 3 innings. And you don't change anything unless the Mets score some runs. Oh, 12K. Did I say 10? He had 12? I thought he had 10. 12. Wow. 12 Ks. Whew. Right, feels weird to work from all companies. Yes. 2-2. Realmuto Deep left field. If that's fair, that's gone. It is just foul. And that's as close to being fair as you can get. How close was this? Wow. That's the right call. It was foul. That was second deck. Only foul by a couple of inches. 2-2. Amuto. Fouls that one off. They trying to appeal? No, but I'm saying they're not trying to appeal it. But I'm saying that if you are the NFL and you start intruding on college football territory, if you play Labor Day weekend and the week before that, if you go to 18 games potentially, if you play Labor Day weekend, because the broadcast hour now covers the second week to the second week. Second week of September to the second week of December. They're already not happy with having games take place during the playoff. But now if you start intruding on that, it's like, okay. Now it gets a bit interesting. 2-2. Outside full count. Say logo generate. I've never done picks with those. I've only done it with Bing. I've never done it with whatever the Bing AI is. I've never done it with ChatGPT or Grok. Bell's got 10 over this. Jeez. Ramiro fouls that one off. Long at bat here. Pitch number 10 coming up. You want to make him work. Want to make the Mets use as many pitchers as possible. So he's going to take him and can go a long way. He's going to win 73 earlier this year on July 4th against the Yankees. 4 1/3. On pitch number 10. Real Muto into left field, but underneath it for the first out is Nimmo. There's only one way to find out. I'm guessing no. I'm going to take a wild guess and say no on that. Especially since technically every AI image is based on someone else's likeness. So I'm guessing that would lead to some crazy lawsuits. First pitch, Castellanos. He's 1 for 2. That one down low, 1-0 the count. Try it first. God. Oh, man. 1-0, Castellanos. On the bottom part of the zone, just a bit outside, 2-0. Yeah, if you like what you see, folks, if you like, subscribe. How many which game we're calling? Right, you're going to get 2 buys, 2 extra weeks. Yep, you might need to start, the might need to be in March. Yeah, that's going to be the problem. 2-1. That one ripped to third, but a diving play at third by Vientos. Phillies have no hits in their last 4 innings. You can thank Vientos for that. Nice glove of the hot corner. Well hit ball off the bat. A diving play there, the reflexes. Again, the glove out in front. 2 out. Well, the interesting part is going to be not that the NFL cares. Believe me, the NFL, I want to preface it by saying this. The NFL wins this battle 100 times out of 100. The NFL doesn't care. This is one of those you just got to suck it up. What does NASCAR do if they go 18 weeks with 2 buys? Because they already pushed back Daytona when they moved the Super Bowl back a week. It's not usually a great defender, but he made a nice one there. The NCAA is ruthless. Yeah, it could change in their favor. Yeah, you don't know, though. You don't know based on the administration. You don't know. 1-2. That one way upstairs. That Gray Sosa, it did not. 2-2. Right. That's Daytona's. Right. It's more NASCAR's problem. Obviously, like I said, prefacing that. But like NASCAR, they already, like, they don't want to start their season in March. But it's like, we're not going to run Daytona during the Super Bowl. Obviously, the NFL does not care about that. We're not talking about that. 2-2 fouled off. Though it could be an issue potentially if you have the TV contract with NASCAR. And you have Daytona and the Super Bowl the same day. Obviously, that wouldn't happen, but something's got to give at some point. Just a Miami sports fan. Yep. Bad time to be one. 2-2. Sosa will swing a miss. Hageman 3 up, 3 down. Phillies offense struggling since that Bader home run. We go top 7. As the good news for the Mets is that Suarez is done after 12 strikeouts. Tying a career high, or a career high, I should say. Not tying. It is a career high. Right, they try to sell it quietly. Yeah, less than one's a big distraction. Yep. You would think. And if you're playing, I'll just put it this way. I'll just leave it at this. If you're playing the numbers right now and playing the politics, I think they're more inclined to favor college football than the NFL. Right, if you're a hockey fan, yeah, it's not that bad. Yeah. If you like the Panthers, it's not bad. Yeah, just like playing the politics of it. They're more inclined, if there's NFL versus college football in terms of this piece of legislation, are we going to help out the NFL or help out college football? They're more likely to help out college football right now. And I will let you interpret that however you wish. Top of the 7th we go. Vientos made that great play. Nimmo and Marte due up here, but new pitcher, I believe, will be Orion Kerkering. He was the guy warming up. How much Schwarber needs to get hot soon? Yeah, Bomb Phillies can't carry for too long. Yep. Schwarber's not playing the best as of late. Schwarber, ever since that 4 home run game, has not been that good. Has not been that good. We have a top 7 here. And now it's up to the Phillies pen. Robertson. Oh, it's going to be Robertson, not Kerkering. I saw Kerkering warming up, but they're going to go with Robertson instead. Robertson pitched yesterday. Won an inning, 3 up, 3 down. So it'll be Robertson. The 40-year-old vet coming in. He is allowed a run in just one of his last 8 games. Since coming to the Phils, pitching for them August 11th, got a 2.31 ERA. But that's going to rise here. Deep shot to left, Vientos. Does it with the glove in the bottom half of the inning. Does it with the bat in the top half. Solo shot to left. That's a leadoff homer for Mark Vientos as the ball gets thrown back on the field by an angry Phillies fan. But Mark Vientos rips that one into left, his 17th of the year. And the Mets are on the board. Marshall and Preckle Joker's punishments. Oh, man. I would say Imagination Dragons. Imagination Dragons. I would say Chris Owens is treat. Now, we're not at that point yet. It's top of the 7th. It's a 3-run game now. Be a safe situation at this point. In the first strike, 1-1. I would say the wedding speech to a couple they didn't know that was written by someone else. Yeah, Fox Daytona, yes. 1-1 the count. They've had for a while. Fouled off, 1-2. The Universal Studios tour, where he has to press the emergency lever. And bingo. 1-2. Any comments for this Mets team? Not really. I mean, they haven't won a game after trailing after 8 this year. What 50 seconds to be crying popular? Go Lucy. I'm going to go Lucy on that one. I'm going to go Lucy. 1-2. Nimmo. He's 1 for 2 today. Be 1 for 3. So that's a chopper to second. Easy play. 4-3. Robertson tries to settle down. Actually, Suarez in line for the win and the quality start. Well, he gets the quality start regardless. And with 1 out, here comes Starling Marte. He's 0 for 2, ground to a double play last time. And really struggling as of late. 1 for his last 17 his production has been falling off a cliff over the last month or so. Just 17 for his last 78 if you want to go back to the start of the month of August. 217 in that stretch. That'll be you, Simmer. That'll be you. Down low 1-0. Marte chops a foul, 1-1. Appreciate all you guys being here. Kelly with a tour. Thoughts on Big Monday's schedule? I've not seen it yet. I have not seen it yet. 1-1. Let me check. For college basketball. Oh, yeah, we're gonna do a lot of those games. Yeah. Thanks for warming up the pen me well. Good show on the guards. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. Car Rushman, I get it. I get it. They basically said, look, spitting on a guy is a one-game suspension. He didn't play the game, so he served a suspension already. Okay, let's see. Big Monday. Louisville Duke. Oh. Check swing. Did he offer? He did not. Full count. Louisville Duke. That's a great... And Arizona BYU. That's a great one to start. Syracuse Duke. And then Houston Iowa State. Yeah, we're going to do a lot of these games. We're doing a lot of these bad boys. It's a lot of Syracuse. Numbers press 4. So I've been told. 3-2 in there for a strike. Unlucky strikeout number 13 for the Mets. Marte looks at that one. Alvarez coming up as Marte's struggles continue. Yeah, that's a lot of Syracuse in there for a team that's not been that good as of late. 3 Arizona games kind of shocks me. That's a lot of Arizona games. But I mean, they're a good team. Don't get me wrong. The Louisville Duke to start off Big Monday is going to be fun. We're definitely doing that one. We're definitely doing that one. 1-0 the count. Yeah, I can't wait for college basketball season. I love the college basketball games. I love doing those. Yeah, why did someone... Yeah, this sump's been a bit off. This sump has definitely been a bit off. Down to the first strike, 1-1. There's some pitchers that were outside. I'm like, wait, that should not be a strike. Just one Pepsi. And a Harrier jet. And a Harrier jet. 1-1 the count. Alvarez. Outside, 2-1. Yeah, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out. 8-10 on the channel. So we try and grow this community even more. Alvarez pops it up in fair ground. And the second baseman underneath it is Stott. So Robertson allows the leadoff homer to Vientos, but no harm done after that. And the Mets still trail by 3. Going to the bottom of the 7th. You know what that means. You've been to one of these streams. Their team is the Bonnies. Wash's team. All right. Yeah, we might do some games with St. Bonnie this year. We might. All right. You know what that means. It is time for some take me out to the ball game. Top 10 roll fly college basketball. I don't know. I actually don't know if it's going to apply for that. It might. I haven't decided. figured, might as well, for the 7th inning stretch. We're in Philly. Get a little bit of Motown Philly back again. A little bit of East Coast for you with some Boys to Men. Number 1 hit back in 1992. As that's a rope to third in Vientos once again. Oh, man, he's having a great game in the hot corner. But top 10, I think the thing with college basketball is that top 10 matchups, they don't mean as much in football, like compared to football, because that could like ruin your season potentially. So I think there will be some matchups like say are exempt, like Duke UNC, but other than that, like I'm not sure. I have a hard fast rule for that. But you know what, the two appreciate you, man. Why did Ben Johnson not kick the ball to play? I'm wondering the same exact thing. That's why I crashed out on stream last night. I don't know why. I wish I could tell you. I don't know why. That went inside for a strike, 1-1. Yeah. This something seems like he's winning it. MLB teams have fight songs. Also have the game songs, I think. For the most part, yeah. For the most part. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Stop. You figure Hageman's gonna play the rest of this game unless the Mets come back. Which game do you want, man? Appreciate you, man. Which game do you want? Get you on the call for it. But Ben Johnson did not kick the ball out of play because he thought he wanted to, but he thought Cairo Santos could reach the back of the end zone, even though we know he can't. And he got asked about that. He got asked about that. But why didn't he kick it out? He did. He got asked about that. That was the final question he got asked. He got asked why didn't he kick out of the back of the end zone. And was there any thought to going onside or doing it? And he said the plan was to kick it out of the back of the end zone. But he never said anything about kicking it out of bounds or kicking it short of the landing zone. 1-2. Stott pops it up, foul, and that will get out of play. But he said the plan was to have Santos reach the back of the end zone. But we know he can't do that. Because they tried that last year and he didn't do it. Because his leg is a noodle. Like, you have to know your player's strengths. The fact that you don't is alarming. It's alarming. Grounder to third. 5-3. Did he beat it out? He just did. I said the dumb Cowboys no sound gets off. No. What did he do? Am I missing something? Well, now they rule safe. Hang on a second. Now they rule safe. Hang on. Buffalo Bulls, we're gonna do some action. We will do some action this year, don't you worry. Was he safe? Mets have a challenge. Oh, yeah, he's safe. Nice hustle there by Stott. The Phils finally have a base runner. Finally have a man on board with a hit. Not gonna hit in a long time. I think it's been since the second. Kemp swinging a miss on the first pitch. He's playing well today. Hit a homer. Got on board with a walk. Home on 4th and 3. I was okay with it. Oh, the guy spin deck switch. Oh, yeah, so... Oh, Jalen Carter? Yeah. So, it's how they got away with nothing. They basically said as Kemp flies out into shallow left field, underneath it is Nimmo for the second out. They basically said, look, if you spit on a guy, it's a 1-game suspension. But, because this spit happened 6 seconds into the game, we're going to deem that you served your suspension already. So that's basically what it came down to. That's what it came down to. It was, and I was fine with the punt on 4th and 3. Because Lamar was cramping as well. He, obviously you're in Sarah territory, you don't get it, the game's over. Yeah, Bills game, that was one of the best games I've ever seen. Truly one of those games that happens once every 5-10 years in the regular season. Like, I've never called a better game on stream. Bader up to bat. First pitch fouls off down the right field line. So I'm okay with the NFL's punishment. I didn't think they were going to suspend him. The NFL basically said, look, you spit on a guy, we're going to fine you a lot of money. We're going to fine you $50,000. No, he lost his game check. No, he did not get paid. He got fined. He lost his game check. He did not get paid. 0-1, Bader fouls it off 0-2. He got fined whatever his game check was, with like $50K. So look, if you do that, it's a 1-game suspension, but we are not going to penalize you further because you already served the game because you didn't play the whole game. Base hit into right field as Bader Having a good series so far. His 5th hit of the series already. And the Phillies have runners on first and second with 2 outs. All 4 runs they've scored have come with 2 outs. And Schwarber's got 2 on here. Has not done anything this game or this series. No hits this series. So they want to approach him here. And this month, not been kind to him. 3 for 28. Hitting just 107. If they go if she goes to one of these games, I mean, it would be... She would get booed out of the stadium. And rightfully so. And which game do you want, B-Man? Appreciate you, man. Which game do you want me to do? I'll get you in the call for it. Otherwise, I'll just put you a vote. NHL NBA will allow Baltimore to get a team with the Caps and Wiz remaining. I would say they would probably try and block it. I would say they probably try and block that. Especially because it's not a big market. Baltimore is not a big market at the end of the day. So it wouldn't make a lot of sense for them to go there. It sounds like you're missing out on a huge piece of the pie. Best one to go to a Marlins game they know this year. I have to choose between the two of you. The one that doesn't steal balls from children. Inside 1-0. No activity in the Mets pen. Not surprised by that. Yeah, why am I not trade? Good question. I'm just going to put B-Mens to a vote, since we have not heard from him yet. That one down low, 2-0. So $2 will go to one of these games, unless I hear from B-Man on which game he wants me to do. And I appreciate the donation, as always. And Cubs, Braves. 2-0 the count. So $2 will go to one of these games. Whatever this poll decides to load. 2-0. Schwarber looks at that one for a strike. Lays it off 2-1. Okay, don't know why the poll is not loading. Let's leave. God. It's a great tree joke. Okay, that poll did not load. Let's try that again. 2-1. Way upstairs, 3-1. How many as possible? Yes, we will do as many as possible. Same as last year. I'm so excited about college basketball season. Those games are quick. Those games are fun. Like, and there's not a lot of competition. 3-1, Schwarber. Deep center field. Could this be number 50? It is! Schwarber! 5-0. 7-1. We have a Germany-Brazil in our hands. All 7 runs the Phillies have scored have come with 2 outs. And for Kyle Schwarber, that is number 50. His first homer of the month. His first homer since the 4-home run game against the Braves. The second man this year to reach the 5-0 mark. The first in the National League. He gets a standing O, rightfully so. He beats Ohtani to the 50 home run mark. The first in the NL to do the first 50 homer season of his career. And he becomes just the second Philly to ever hit 50 in a single season, as Harper's going to get on board, keep the line moving with the base hit. The only other player to reach the 50 mark, Ryan Howard in 2006, the legendary first baseman, hit 58. "19 years ago. A piece of history here tonight. As Kyle Schwarber might have just put this game out of reach. Romuto up to bat. Shot foul 0-1. Once again, it's championship fiction. Got the Schwarber home run. Let's go. Let's go. You got it. You did say it as you hit. I said he hasn't hit one this month. It's been slow as of late, but what a way to break the struggle. You're not wrong on that one, James. You're not wrong on that one. Down low, 1-1. TV rates are just a mess right now in a lot of stuff. One, chop to third. Vientos makes the throw, 5-3. And James breaks the Phillies record. He would need to get 9 home runs the next. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very tough. There's what, 14 games left, 15 games left, or thereabout. 17 games left. He needs 9 homers to break it. Which is not easy, obviously. That's a homer every other game. So there is a chance, but it's not a great chance. Sure, borderline Hall of Fame guy with his peak, he needs to get 500. The thing with Schwarber is he does nothing else besides hit home runs. We've long established that if you hit 500, you're in. We've long established that. You can't do anything else besides that. Nigeria's NGA. Nigeria's NGA. So that's the official FIFA abbreviation. Fire and clean home runs. Yep. 5 teams that fire and clean house set for the season. What sport? What sport are we talking for this one? So I don't know. I don't know what sport we're talking. Tanner Banks coming in. Nairo Pinheiro. Yep, they should have kept Moody, but at least for the Jaguars game. Yep, that's the abbreviation. Cal Raleigh homer tonight as well. You know, why not? Why not? Against the Cards, why not? Why not? The Browns had a kicker. Well, the Jaguars had a kicker on their team years ago named Long Ding. I mean, that was a fan favorite. He never really... He's a fan favorite for that reason. Oh, on the count. Tanner Banks. Obviously a crap ton of run support at this point. Just has to not choke. It's going to be a 4-3 out to start. McNeil. Set down 5 outs away. With Siri coming up. Maybe Cal Raleigh homer to my parlay wins. That'd be great. The problem with Koo, I mean, no, not anymore. Not anymore after that miss. Banks has not pitched the best as of late. His last 4 outings, he's allowed 4 runs in 4 innings. So a chance to get right here in a very low leverage spot. 1-0. Upstairs 2-0. Kick roll against Matthew, an unplayable one. I disagree. Look at Cam Little. It changes the math. It changes the math completely. When you cross the 50, the fact you're in field goal range, it changes the math completely. 2-0. Swing and a miss. Down low. 2-1. Like, is there a difference between the 10th best and 20th best kicker? No. But if you have a guy like Cam Little that can hit inside 70. 2-1. Siri. Right center field. Backing up. And that's off the top of the wall. Siri gets on board. It's been a rough season for him. Just his 2nd hit of the year. And that close to his first home run. It's a start. It's a start. Lindor coming up. Let's get a look at that. You know, that's a good question. If you're the Orioles, I'm not changing managers. I mean, you're both 500 with this guy. Not changing managers. Matt Barr, the kicker on the Giants back in the day. Yeah. Kicker on the Giants. He was 5 for 5 in the NFC Championship. Yeah. The helped them get the Giants to the Super Bowl. Great kicker for the Giants back then. 1-0 the count. Maybe if it's strong, like your odds are still less than 50% but 60+. But it does change the math inside 2 minutes at the very least. If I MLB, okay, so MLB and NFL. Okay, let's think about this one. 1-0 the count. More service decision leads less once long. I don't know about that. Lindor pops it up. Into foul ground, and that's going to stay in play. Harper underneath it for the second out. Okay, what team should clean house? I would say... Twins? Definitely the Twins. Nationals? Pirates? Rockies? Cardinals. First pitch down low, 1-0. And then in terms of NFL, we're going to go with the Dolphins. Clean house. Browns should clean house. In terms of getting rid of Coach GM and everything. The Bears should get rid of Poles. Bears should get rid of Poles. The Falcons, 1-0 in their first strike, 1-1. And the Giants. Mariners, if they miss, if the Mariners miss, you gotta make some changes. Mariners miss, you gotta make some changes. 1-1 to Soto. You know, Steelers, yeah, Boswell. I mean, there have been so many games where the Steelers just only made field goals. Soto, that's going to be a base hit. His first hit of the series. Finally, someone at the top of the order does something. And the Mets get a run, 7-2. So the top of the order was 0 for 11 this series before that hit by Soto. Gets one back, and Banks' struggles as of late continue. Yeah, Dallas, yeah, Miami definitely needs. The Bills should clean house. I hope the Bills clean house. Makes the AFC a heck of a lot easier. Fouled off 0-1. Oh, I think the Marlins GM is actually doing a very good job. I think the Marlins GM is doing very well. I mean, that team... I think the Arise trade has been genius. Dodgers lost another one. Yeah, they did. Dress change the front office, Dolphins. Greer's been there forever, and he's got to go. Texas doesn't have any time left, and 0-9 goes. Who goes to the Natty, and who wins? I follow. Yeah, I do follow it. Yes, I do follow it. Aylor to court. I did not see that, but that's the dumbest thing you can do. It's the dumbest thing you can do. Who goes and who wins if they don't have time left? 1-2, ripped, base hit. Down the third base line, Alonso keeps it moving. First and second now with 2 out. And that'll send Vientos up, who hit a homer last time. If he can do it again, it's a brand new ball game. Yeah, the LA Washington, yeah, that was a great game. That was a great game. With Rocket Screen, that was a great game. Who would go? I'm tempted to say Florida would get a rematch with Bama. I'm tempted to say that. So I don't think they would have put TCU or Boise. The committee would not have done that. They would have put. I don't think put Cincy in there. I think Florida probably goes. Moody. I mean, he was never good. He wasn't even good in year 1. Yep. If Chicago beats the Aces, I'd be stunned. With the way the Aces are playing as of late, the way the Sky been this season, I'd be stunned. Kicker rings in the pen. Right, that was BCS Computers. Yes, it was BCS Computers. Oh yeah, it was not committee, so hang on. BCS. So it would have been whoever had the highest ranking not named Texas at that point. So let's see. It was the 0-1 the count. In there for a strike 0-2. Be Cincy. Oh, the game we would bloodbath. Bama by like 50 in that one. Bama by 50 gajillion. Oh, 2 outside, 1-2. The runner goes to third. Soto steals. Was one of the kills on the Cincy team? I think they were, yeah. I think they were. 1-2. Vientos. Into center field, backing up by the track, making the play, is Bader. So the Mets leave 2 on. USA plus 17.5. I like that a lot. LSU minus 8.5. As USA scores, Balogun. Let's go. LSU minus 8.5. Yeah, I like those picks. I like those picks. He just didn't want to make a look for Aqua Television. That's all it was. Went to a game which she made the Jumbotron. I think it was wrong with dad to take the ball away from her. She never had possession. So, she never had possession. If you never have possession, it's not your ball. If you never have possession, it's not your ball. Desmond Ritter? Where is Desmond Ritter now? I don't know where Ritter went. That's fair, that's fair. I don't know where Ritter is. I don't even know where Ritter is at this point. He's a free agent. I'll probably go in the UFL. Probably go in the UFL. Another miscue for the Yankees. So, was that shortstop? Got 10 on Scott to win. For Sun to win tomorrow, it's worth a shot. It's base 900. That's worth a shot, but I would not be sold on the Sky right now. They're one of the worst teams in the league. We go bottom 8. Well, Rattler's better than Ritter at this point. Rattler is better than Ritter. Rattler did not look terrible last week, which I was stunned by. Was in the outfield. I saw was trying to make like a basket grab. The throw was terrible too. 1-0 the count. Castellanos, straight to miss 1-1. I have it on the corner of my screen, but yeah, it's not good for the Yanks. The fundamentals are what's killing them. 1-1. That one outside. 2-1. Appreciate all you guys being here. Stick around after the stream. We'll do this thing called overtime, so do not go anywhere after the stream is done because we mess around on stream. We have a lot of fun and just talk about random stuff on stream during OT and take your requests and whatnot. Well, Drew Brees is more talented as Pinky than either Rattler or Ritter, so. 2-2. Castellanos looks at that one. The team anniversary in Cleveland's playing this week? No. I have no problem with it. 3-2. Castellanos looks... Woo! That was low. Ooh, this is some 7 howler tonight. This is some 7 howler. That should have been ball 4. That should have been ball 4, but... Castellanos looks at that one for apparently a strike. Yeah, extra innings, yeah. Ohio State 31.5. I would, yeah. I would, yeah. Probably said Ohio beat West Virginia. Ohio's not bad, but I would. Might be a Hester comment. 0-1. Sosa. Deep center field, backing up. Can't make the play. Mistracked that ball with Siri out in center, and it's a 1-out double. They were also very old. They were old by that point. Sosa. They were old by that point. They weren't the same that they were in their prime. Strike zone has been just a mess today. I've not seen South Park yet. I've not seen South Park yet. Ace for the first score spread? Yeah, I would do that. I would do that. 0-1 the count. Wilson, 0 for 3 today. I've not seen it yet. I'm excited to. I just have no time in my hands lately. Wilson fouls it off. Wilson just 3 for his last 24 over his last 11 games. While the Yankees also leaves the olden days, teams are spending more money now at this point. Also, the fundamentals are terrible. And Boone is not a good manager. 0-2. Wilson fouls it off. Well, if he's the best to ever do it, I'm at that position. I'm fine with it. Oh, 2. Down low, 1-2. Oregon minus 47.5. I like that. Against Northwestern, I love that line. I think they're going to win by 50. Foul it off. We stay alive. One, 2. Wilson looks at that one. 2-2. Two count. Northwestern Dark Horse playoff team. In what universe? In what universe? Swing and a miss. Wilson goes down. His struggles continue. And Stott coming up with a runner on second here. Yeah, Tigers are pouring it on right now. Bad time for the Yanks to implode. Stott 2 for 3 today. Rips it foul. Stott 3 for 6 this series so far. He's got a hit in 10 of his last 11 games, sitting well above 320 in that stretch. 0-1. Scar 5.5. Ooh, that one's a bit tougher. That one's a bit tougher. I'm going to say no on that. 1-1. Stott. Foul ball down the first base line. 1-2. One, two. Stott chops it. Base hit. Past the diving glove at second of McNeil. And Sosa comes around to score with no throw. It's an RBI single as the Phillies back up by 6. They keep pouring it on. As Hageman's rough stretch this game continues. I mean, Vandy blew out. I mean, Vandy could be a top 25 team. Over 40 score in the first quarter. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no on that. I just don't trust the Sky offense to get to that point. I'm going to say no. Cam swinging a miss on the off-speed pitch. 0-1. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button and subscribe. It does help us out a ton on here. I started with that stolen base earlier. Yeah. 1-1 the count. Kemp 1 for 2 in the 9 spot. Bottom of the order doing very, very well today for the Phils. Two, 1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. 2-2 left. The Bears do an onside kick. The risk of 2 seconds coming off the clock is so high, so the best option was the out-of-bounds kick, or if anything else, yeah, literally anything else. 2-2, fouled off. Jordan Love, yes, if he doesn't make mistakes, and he didn't make mistakes last game, he plays like that, they're a Super Bowl contender. Yeah, Bill Burr, I mean, he looks just like McDermott. But 2-2 left. At least you have a chance of recovering. Also, if the kicker goes out of bounds on an onside kick, it never gets touched. What would happen is that the time would never start. So, literally, you could do anything else besides what Ben Johnson decided to do. So I'm very worried about the Bears. The fact that he didn't have the awareness and know about his players' strengths and weaknesses when it was so obvious. 3-2, full count here to Kemp. He'll ground it to short, diving play by Lindor. And that is a high throw. Runners on first and second. As Kemp gets his second hit of the game. And that will be the 3rd time he gets on board again. Otto Kemp had no hits his last 5 games. It was 0 for his last 11. 2 for 3 today. They finally got an out. I mean, Kemp was playing so poor that he went down to the minors, to the Iron Pigs. Didn't even get a hit his final 3 games with the Iron Pigs. Was 0 for his last 9 before getting called back up to the Major League team. And everything with 2 outs. Everything this game has been with 2 outs. Back to Bader at the top. Preparing for Moot Court presentation? Nice. Good luck, man. Good luck. Right, 205, you go once a kick. 202, yeah, 202 is a bit. 1-0 the count. Bader rips that one into left. That's a base hit. Runner's going to come around and score. It'll be 9-2. His third hit of the game. Back-to-back 3-hit games for Bader. As this just keeps getting uglier and uglier. And Hageman, I know you don't want to use more pitchers than you have to. This is only the second pitcher the Mets have used, but being left out to dry right now in what is quickly becoming a disaster. And Schwarber coming up, who hit number 50 last time. I think I'm the second Philly to ever reach the 50 mark. Bader is on fire right now. Hageman on 72 pitches. One more will tie his longest outing. Right now, Mets Phillies is winning. So, first pitch upstairs, 1-0. The pitch from RC to the 8th. I've not seen that pitch. I'll have to check it out. Chop foul, 1-1. 10-minute ticker with emojis? All right, go for it. It's a funeral for the Mets division chances. It does feel that way. It does feel that way. One. Schwarber down the first base line and covering the bag. Yeah, that pitch should not have been. Yeah, that pitch was high. They will get the 3-1 out. The damage is done. Top 9, 7-run game. The Phillies have led wire to wire. Well, that one's the Astros against the Blue Jays because Caillou's Canadian. You gotta have at least a few 50 homer. You're probably right on that one. So we go top 9. Last chance for the Mets. Otherwise, the Phillies will extend their lead to 9. And the division is not too far away from officially being clinched. Once again. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button and subscribe. It does help us out a ton on the channel. As we try and grow this thing even more again, we're going to do a game tomorrow night as well. So just keep that in mind. And we'll do a stream on Thursday night for the Packers Commanders game, and we'll do an OT stream before that. Friday night, same thing. We'll do K-State, Arizona, and we'll do an OT stream before that one kicks off. So I cannot do overtime on Thursday or Friday night after the game, so we'll do it before. And Saturday, 3 college football games, and starting tomorrow, you're going to help me decide which games we're calling for that. We're doing Bama, Wisconsin, but starting tomorrow, you're going to help me decide the college games that we are calling. Cross is the White Sox. That's for the Pope. That's for the Pope. At 3:30 on Saturday, we're going to decide between the Backyard Brawl, Georgia, Tennessee, USC, Purdue, and UNC, Richmond. We're going to decide if you want to see Belichick against an FCS team, an SEC matchup, USC, Purdue, Big Ten, or Backyard Brawl. You'll have Wednesday to vote on that, and the first half of the Thursday night game to vote on that. And we'll vote for you make the call in the second half, and on Friday for the night game. Lazar, the new pitcher here. Check swing, did not go. 1-1 the count. This point's about as low leverage as it can get. Ranger Schwarber is going to get the win. And a great outing from 12 strikeouts. Only allowed 1 hit. Walked a couple, but nothing terrible. No Met got past second with Suarez in there. He's allowed no runs, or 1 run I should say, as last 24 innings of work. There's now a plaque of the seat that he sat in. That's awesome. 2-2 the count. Phillies won the first game of the series. It was a low-scoring affair, 1-0. Came down to the final inning. This one will not. This one, the bats came alive for the Phils. OT tonight? Yes, we're going to do OT tonight. We're going to do some OT tonight. Why the heck not? Why not? Two. Check swing. Upstairs didn't go. Yeah, Schmidt's one of the best players of all time. Yeah, 6-1 one hit ball without a runner reaching third. Impressive stuff. Impressive stuff. 3-2. Nimmo into center and leaping to make the grab for the first out is Bader. Sure, the Yankee game I was watching last week? About the plaque? I did not know that, but that's awesome. And Benjamin just sounds cool. It's tradition. Marte coming up. And he has been crap as of late. I got that, Jackson. I'm the same way. Marte 0 for 3 today. No hits this series. 1 for his last 18. In there for a strike, 1-1. Marte, that's a base hit. Just his second hit this month. It's first of this series, first of the game. The Mets have a runner on with 1 out, but obviously a lot of work to do at this point, with Alvarez coming up in the 7th spot. First pitch misses, 1 out. Thoughts what happened? The Pac Mountain was I haven't seen that. Hang on. I've not seen that. Yeah, part 1 scored him. Yes. One 0. Fouled off, 1-1. Man, nothing really. It seemed like a nothing burger. Nothing was ever gonna get ruled on today. Nothing was ever gonna get ruled on. So, just presenting their sides. Unless one of them completely screwed the pooch, nothing was gonna get ruled on. Now, because your season's over after 3 weeks, Sports Talk. It would just be a nightmare. 1-2. Alvarez fouls off his foot. Stay alive. The pitch here on 1-2. Alvarez watches that one wisely outside. 2-2 on the fastball. Okay, I appreciate all you guys being here. Got a 9-2 game right now. Marte on first. But the Mets look poised to lose their second game of the series. But Alvarez, trying to say something about that, as that is ripped to the wall for a base hit. And the Mets have runners on second and third with 1 out. Just like last night, had runners on second and third with 1 out. Granted, that was a 1-run game. This is a 7-run game. But McNeil coming up as Alvarez gets his first hit of the contest. Surprise playoff team in each league next year. Ooh. I think Orioles could. I think Orioles and... You know, it might be Arizona. It really might be Arizona next year. So they just got ravaged with injuries. It can't happen again. McNeil. That's a blooper over the head of Stott, and that's another guy on board for the Mets. 9-3 runners on the corners. Jeff McNeil. 3 straight hits for the Mets and trying to start a mini rally here. They only have 2 outs to do it, but they got runners on the corners. They cut it down to 6. Lazar's been getting lit up in this low leverage spot. Siri. And Lazar, just a couple of outings ago, had that game against the Nationals where he allowed 3 runs and 4 hits. The last thing you want to do if you're the Phillies is have to waste another arm, which would be a very easy situation to do something. Swing and miss 1-1. Or at least it's 3, yeah. 1 game and not great. There's a count. Surprisingly, the roster is talented. Okay, if we're not counting them, 1-1. Swing and miss 1-2. Maybe the Braves. Just get 1 run bus. Well, they got that 1 run. Lazar's last game, 1 inning against the Brew Crew. No hits allowed. But this one, very, very different. 2-2. Siri gets on board. Things get a little bit interesting. So a lot of work to do, but how about next year? I think the year after they could. Siri pops it up to shortstop. And Sosa underneath it for the second out. Runners obviously have to hold. Yeah, looking for confidence for once. Only took him long enough. Lindor, the final out. He is at the plate. Runners on the corners. Soto in the on-deck circle. Alonso in the hole. Still tons of work to do. Winstream, by the way, feels like crazy. Appreciate you, him. Appreciate you, Ben. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a sub. Thank you for tuning in. We stream every day, and I think we're going to do Mets Phillies tomorrow. We're going to see. It was going to be very up and down. You are not wrong about that. To give you some perspective on how up and down he can be, his last 14 games, his ERA is 6.39. But in 12 of those 14 games, he did not allow a run. That shows you how up and down he can be. 0-1, down low, 1-1. Like a 6.39 ERA over a 14-game stretch where you allow no runs in 12 of those 14 should not be possible. Like, that is insane to me. 1-1 to Lindor. It was 0 for 4 today. No hits this series. Fouls that one off down to their final strike. So Lindor is 0 for his last 11. The 1-2. Swing and a miss down low. Got Lindor to chase. 0 for 5. 0 for his last 12. 0 for 8 this series. And the Phillies win. 1 game closer to the inevitable of winning the National League East. The Mets dropped to 76 and a not-so-nice 69. And things just got a little bit more interesting in the NL playoff picture. Considering the fact that the D-backs and the Giants will play later tonight. The Giants surging as of late. Things might get a bit interesting in the playoff picture based on how this one has been going. Suarez, 1 hit allowed. Career high 12 strikeouts. Led it wire to wire. And of course, Kyle Schwarber hits his 50th. Becomes the second player in Phillies history, alongside Ryan Howard in 2006, to reach the 50 mark. First in the National League to do it this year. Second in the majors, alongside, of course, Cal Raleigh of the Seattle Mariners. Suarez now a .88 ERA his last 5 starts. Manaea, not bad after allowing the 4 runs. He did settle down at the end of the second and the third, fourth, and the fifth, but obviously a bad start. A bad start. And behind the 8 ball the entire time. And the Mets will lose another one. Time of the game about 2 hours and 30 minutes. And with that in mind, let's do overtime. I do this thing called OT on stream again. I showed up the song for 25 is Santa Monica. The song for 25 at karaoke is Santa Monica. In terms of the bonuses, let's check. The leader was Gutmana. Most time in front was Gutmana. So that's 20 and 20 on that bonus. Keller was second. So that's a $10 bonus there. And then Rise Up Red Sea was third in the XP, and that's a $5 bonus. So we go there. So, I'm going to have a D-Backs game on. I'm going to have a D-Backs game on. It's not started yet. But with that in mind, how's it going, guys? Appreciate you tuning in, David. We're going to do a single overtime. So how it works like this. I'm going to put 5 minutes on the clock. Every donation increases time we're on stream. Once the clock hits 0, that's the end of the stream. Any audio you want me to do, any video, any chat GPT requests, any simulations on What If Sports, I will do that. You see what it takes to get in? There is no set time limit for this stream. Man, I hear that song a lot when walks happen. I do hear that song a lot of D-Backs games when that happens. 5 minutes on the clock. Let's start this clock. And let's do this thing. USA finally. Finally, Mauricio gets something out of this team. Against an actual club. Oh, man. So you see what it takes to get into the queue. Again, we are not done yet. We're going to mess around on stream, have some fun. This is the last day for this You Make the Call. So just keep that in mind. This is the last day for this You Make the Call. And we'll decide which game we're calling tomorrow by the end of this OT period. And appreciate all you guys being here for this one. Phillies win 9-3. Dazed and Confused. I do not think I know that one. I think of the ones that you sent me yesterday in the screenshot. I do not. The only one I knew was the first one. Dazed and Confused. I'll put you on the guards. Yeah, I don't know this one. Appreciate you, Michael. Get you on the call and listen to that right now. Any audio, video, ChatGPT, all yours at this point. Of new videos dropping throughout the week. So you really hear the blues influence on this album. You really hear a lot of blues influence on this thing. So it's Mr. Live. God. Whew. Just the half-step scale down. Oh, man. Fact. I think your time is going to come. Appreciate you, Michael, as always. If it's like screaming with, I mean, this is insanely good. It does sound like screams. It does. Yeah, Led Zeppelin's gonna be very hit and miss. This one's hit. This one's gonna be a hit. This whole album so far has been a hit. Communication breakdown? I don't know. I don't know if I know that one. Also not been good. They have not been good lately. Yeah, like this syncopation right here with the... Like, this is not on the beat. The bass and the guitar are playing two different, like, rhythms, it feels like. Fire, clap, clap, clap. Nice 5 minutes, all good, man. All good. See if we're stalled at that point. We will see. Man. I don't know what key we're in anymore with this guitar song. I don't know what key we're in. Better piece for meat lovers? No, I do not. No, I do not. $11.24. That is not good. I know we're back in B minor. Yeah, paranoid psychedelic metal. Yeah, it does feel like that. Yeah, so it takes executing audio, video, chat GPTs. Let me know. I will do it. Oh, 40 minutes left. 40 seconds left in this song. I want to know that, yeah. Blink-182, it's going to be very hit and miss, yeah. Yes, we probably know about 4 songs. Sum 41, I know very little. I know Fat Lip and In Too Deep. That's it. That's all I know. All right, next up, your time is going to come. Yeah, green is going to, yeah. They did guess wrong, King of the Hill? Did not know that. Kind of tears, Sabrina Carver Forbes tears. All right. I'll get you in the Mets game. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I've seen none of the VMAs besides Tim McRae with what you sent me yesterday. Let's see, I'm in church with this one with the organ. Song is back around to being different yet similar. Makes you feel like you're in a never-ending loop until it stops. Yep. Speaking of Sabrina Carpenter, headlining Coachella. Let's go. Headlining Coachella. Here we go. I can tell the drums kicked in. Like, The bass guitar on this is tight. Whew. I got that source. I definitely get that. You see who takes skin to the queue? So it's like, you don't hear too many songs with the guitar and the organ. Like, it's like every instrument in this one. But just when the chorus hits on this one. Joe the Tour, right at the buzzer too. Right at the buzzer too. Number round season 4 episode 1. Alright. I'm always down for some countdown. I'm always done for some number rounds. I'll get you on the Mets game. Appreciate you, man. I'm always down for some countdown. All right. I'm guessing the ending leads into a different song. So strumming at the end, it was kind of weird. I'm guessing it leads into a different song, but yeah, that was really good. Just love the build up to the chorus, right? Sabrina Carpenter would be amazed. I've not heard her do this yet. Does she pop out from the sewer? Oh, that's clever. Looks so 80s. She nailed that vibe of the 80s. She nailed that vibe. It's like one of the only songs you could sing on broadcast TV from this album. This aesthetic is so good. So let's go to Ordinary Pain, Stevie Wonder. All right. Get you on the fills. It nails the vibe with this song. Timer to play. Oh. Oh, that shit on the phone, but it's cool. Watch your video on the Commanders rounds, give it 2. Sounds like I could have gone to the bathroom, moved a load of laundry, listed Weird Al's Albuquerque, and I'm say anything. Pretty much. Pretty much. Gotta do the dance break now. See, like Michael Jackson way make me feel kind of vibes on that one. Yeah, that dance break was sick. Yeah, that was... Whew, that was good. That was really, really good. Yeah, that performance was sick. That was sick. I mean, she always kills it. She always kills it. Alright. 8 out of 10 Cats Countdown. Numbers. Season 4, Episode 1. Okay, Cats Countdown. Numbers. Hang on. Okay, number rounds. Here we go. Here we go. So the clock says $5 more gets you at this point. $5 more gets you in at this point. Okay. Okay, she doesn't know how it works. Okay. Okay, wait. Okay, here we go. So 5 gets in at this point. Okay, 7, 9, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 125. Okay. Target is 387. Okay, 387 is the target. Okay, 387 is the target on this one. So let's think. Think about this one. 10 times 8 gets you 80. 9 times 7 gets... 9 plus 7 gets you 16. 16... times... No. Wow. Wow. Absolutely not even close on that. Okay, let me think about this one. Whew, okay, 387, that's the target. Is 7, 8, 9, 10, 2,500. Okay, let's see about this one. Man. Okay. Oh, wait, hang on. 9 minus 7 gets you 2. 9 minus 7 gets you 2. 100 times 2 gets you 200. Okay, so that gets you 200. 25 times 8 also gets you 200. You add those two, that's 400. Minus 10 gets you 390. So I can get within 3. I can get within 3 on that. I can get within 3. I can get to 390. Can't get to 387. So if I put simple C times... Oh, wow, that's good. Yeah, I can get within 3. It's not great, but I can get within 3. Throw that on a piece of paper. That's that. I can within 3. Secret base live stream score sequel. Yes. It was posted on Patreon like a month ago. Do you know if it does for how's it going, Kev? Alright. So he got the 390. Okay, he got 390 a different way. I did a very different way to get the 390, but... Wait. Wait a sec. I thought you can't use the same number twice. 2 was only there once. She used... Wait. Rachel used the same number... She used 2 twice. I thought... I thought you can't use the same number twice. Because otherwise you could just... Okay. Alright. Had Tree discussed the kickoff in the Bears game. Wait, they mentioned my crash out? Wait, did they? Hang on. I need to see this. Hang on, timeout. Did they really mention my crash out? Did they show it? Did they show my crash out? Hang on. I need to see this. Okay. Where do they mention it? Because I do want to... Unless there's the transcript's not there yet. I'll have to watch it after, but... Where did they... I have to see this. If they mention it, I gotta see it. Alright, let's do the second numbers. Did they mention you crashed it out? Okay. I have to see that. Alright, here we go. Alright. Next number. Alright. 3 from Heifer. Okay. 3, 8, 9, 50, 100. I'm guessing 25. 75. Whoa, God. That's going to be a tough one. Target's 316. Okay, 316. Okay. So the target number is 316. And I got 983, 50, 175. Okay. Whew. 9 times 8 gets you 72. Times 3. That gets you 216, right? I have to check it out. They gets you 216, right? Just to make sure they gets you 216. 9 times 8 times 3 gets you 216. Yes, gets you 216. Add 75. It's 291. Oh, wait. Wait, I'm an idiot. There's 100. There you go. What show? Dumpster fire. You gotta do 10 minus 8 2. Oh, okay. Just a mistake. I think we're fine. Yeah. Hopefully. Wow, I'm an idiot. Wow. There's 100 right there. Yeah. 9 times 8 times 3 plus 100. That's actually very easy. It's very easy. Philly, Buffalo, Baltimore, Green Bay, KC, Chargers, Lions, Commanders, Niners, Rams. I don't hate that. You got right 317. You get 316 though. 9 times 8 times 3 plus 100. Yeah, let's go. Top 10 teams? Okay, no particular order. Philly, Buffalo, Baltimore, Green Bay, Kansas City, Chargers, Niners, Rams, Vikings, and Commanders. To an order, okay. I would take Washington at 7. Rams at 7, actually. Washington at 8. I was if the Niners are too banged up right now. They're too banged up. So... Minnesota 9, Tampa 10. It changes plus the times. Yep. That's good, Magic. Appreciate you, man. Alright. Yeah, that one was not bad. Oh, there's a third one. Okay, there's a third one. Okay, next one is 437. Okay, final one. I have 10 in the top 10. I have 10 in my top 10. Alright, that one's be 32. Okay, so 437. 56, 99, 310. Okay. Alright, let's see about this. All right, let's think about this. Well, 50 times 9 gets you 450. Minus 10 gets you 440. Minus 3 gets you 437. That's actually pretty easy. 11-14 range? No, Atlanta's not. I think Atlanta's going to be like that like high 20s range. This was actually pretty easy. 50 times 9 gets you 450. Subtract 10, 440. Subtract 3, 437. That one's very easy. How did no one get this one? This is actually not hard at all. This one's not hard at all. Sears, yeah, they're going to be in the 11-15 range. Yeah. My goodness, 50 times that one's actually pretty easy. Okay. Yeah, let me see the Dempster Fire thing. And we'll do Ordinary Pain as well. But I want to see the Dempster Fire thing. Just to see. And then 5x more gets to the queue at this point. So you set around 30. Okay, so you set around 31. Mine More by Evanescence. They don't have that karaoke. That'd be tough. I could pull it off. It's not that high. It's better than Bring Me to Life in terms of that. 31-30. All right. Okay, here we go. All right. The Falls with a tenor. I appreciate you a ton. I appreciate you a ton. Which game do you want me to do? I'll get you on the call for it. I'll get you on the call for that one. Last one didn't go through, Keller. Last one did not go through. Appreciate you a ton. Which game do you want me to do? I'll get you on the call for baseball. Best, most interesting Super Bowl we never got. Oh. So there's a couple. Obviously, you mentioned a few of them. Dolphins, Bears. I want to see if Buddy Ryan would have been as stubborn to run the 4-6. Broncos, Vikings would have been a banger of a game. Jags, Panthers, absolutely with the expansion bowl. They're not like cartoons. They are not. Other matchups that we never got. We never got a Bills-Niners game. It is crazy. We never got a Bills-Niners game back in the 90s. I don't know how that would have gone, but we never got Bills-Niners. Also, I think the other one, too, if we're talking rematches, Chiefs-Rams. Chiefs-Rams 2018. How would that have gone? The rematch of the Monday Night Shootout. One of the greatest games of all time. If Ford does not jump offside and we get a rematch of Chiefs-Rams, what is the sequel like? That would be very, very interesting. We could have had an all-Texas... well, not that year, but an all-Texas Super Bowl, Oilers-Cowboys, if it was anything like what we saw in 79 on Thanksgiving, one of the greatest Thanksgiving games ever, if it was anything like that, yeah, really thought Bills-Niners would happen, yep. Raiders-Niners, it's also a good one. Which game do you want me to do, the Falls? I'll get you on the call for it. Also, Jaguars-Rams. I mean, again, the Jaguars were undefeated against every team not named the Titans that year. The other one, too, I know we weren't close to it, technically, because it wasn't conference championship, but I'm going to count it because they went 15-1 that year. A Brady-Rodgers Super Bowl would have been insane. Super Bowl 46. You have the 15-1 Packers, with Aaron Rodgers having one of the best seasons of all time by any quarterback ever, going up against Tom Brady and the Patriots. I know we weren't, like, technically speaking close to it because, you know, they didn't make the conference championship, but they went 15-1, so I'll allow it for the purposes of this hypothetical. Any other ones that I'm really thinking about in terms of the ones that we never got? Those are the ones we never got. This one's going to send a bit off the rails. This one's going to go a bit off the rails. But in 2000, the Jaguars played the Ravens, and Jimmy Smith went off. The Jaguars lost that game. They went 7-9 that year. But Jimmy Smith went off. One of the greatest performances by any player in the history of football. Maybe the greatest performance by a receiver in a losing effort of all time. Against that vaunted defense. 15 catches, 291 yards, 3 touchdowns. I bring that up because, not because the Jaguars, they were 7-9 that year. But what if you had Randy Moss and the Vikings against the Ravens that year in the Super Bowl? Obviously, they made it to the conference championship. Jimmy Smith torched that defense. Elite receiver. What would Randy Moss have done? Would that game... I mean, it couldn't have been any worse than what we got in Super Bowl 35, but Randy Moss against that secondary... We have already seen elite receivers could beat the 2000 Ravens and score points on them. We already saw that. So, what would have happened if you were Ravens-Vikings? I think that one doesn't get talked about a lot. That one does not get talked about a lot. Got renamed? Oh, man. What did it get renamed to? I didn't see that. Eli Rivers? That would have been an incredible storyline. Oh, man. We would have had blood on that one. All right, Stevie Wonder, Ordinary Pain. And which game do you want the Falls? I appreciate you a ton. Which baseball game do you want me to call for, defense against LT? I feel like the opening, that's a sample from something. Oh, hang on. I have to pause the song. Because it's going to drive me off the wall. That's a sample in that's sampled in something. Actually, we that's incredible. Brady Favre in 07, yeah. Oh my god. That is sampled in something. It's a song from 2000. It's a song from 2000. This has to be a sample from something. Some song from 2000. All over be. Oh my god. Oh wait, I can't even. I can't even play the song. Yeah, I'm gonna do. Let's do Tigers and Yankees. All right, do that. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go to who sampled. It's a song from 2000. It's like, wasn't Montel Jordan? It was something like that. Okay, Ordinary Pain. Who sampled? 100%. That's gotta be. It's gotta be. No. Wasn't Sam. Yeah, Chargers Bears. Yeah, well, that was a super. That would never have been a matchup. But yeah, Raiders Cowboys. That was the same. Oh my god. Well, it's not. It wasn't Sam. It sounds so similar. Okay, wait. I need to look at the charts from... Yeah, I didn't know what it got renamed to. I didn't know what it got renamed to. I just have to figure out the... Okay. Billboard, WordPress, top 4. Okay. Tell me... Oh, man. It sounds... Hang on. If I go to, like, just week in July... Oh, man. Can I play clip? I can't play clip. I'll get struck. Hang on. That's the song. Yep, there it is. Okay. It's not fully sampled, but tell me... So here's Ordinary Pain. And this is I Wish by Carl Thomas. And tell me that does not sound very similar. Same key and everything. Run speaking of the Blood Sox now. Bonus rating, like 2. About a 2 on that. Okay, so now let's do this. You guys want to see him after $100 million donation? That'll do it. Yeah, yeah. There's not many things I wouldn't name my thing for 9 figures. The singles on this album are insane. Largest ever donated. Yeah, that's gonna help a lot in terms of funding the programs. Yeah, the Colors and the Bears would have won without it. Yeah, probably even yeah. Yeah, so takes skin to the queue. $5 more gets you in at this point. This is the last thing in the queue as things stand. $25 for Santa Monica live band karaoke. And the song list here, if you do want it, it's right here. Man. Yeah, the Yankees are just not. Yeah, despite the stuff. Yeah, it's a beautiful song. I mean, Stevie Wonder makes anything sound beautiful. Stevie Wonder makes anything sound beautiful. It's the irony in it. Yeah. And donate a lot to generously make a donation of that size to fund a football program and have it named JG9 Same. I will do that. I will do it. We hit 1 million on stream. I will try and get a stadium funded. We hit 1 million on stream. I'll do it. Oh, now it gets funky. Whew. Yeah, he's got to be sampled a lot. I mean, Gangster's Paradise. And that's a very famous sample. Hook for the start of the video? That just comes to me. It's just one of the things that comes to me. I will... Sometimes I'll just work backwards. Sure, thanks to him. Sometimes I'll just work backwards. I'll write the script first, and then I'll do the intro last, if that makes sense. Because I have the meat of the story. I just need to figure out how I want to structure it. Yeah, well, what's Simply I Wish? Yep. Do I Do being sampled in Living It Up by Ja Rule. Love the stream is one more that could have been ruled. Early 90s Oilers ever broke through. Yes. Oh, that would have been insane. All Texas World. That would have been insane. Appreciate you, False. I thank you for the 10 donation. I appreciate that a ton. There's like 2 good songs in one. AFC South Fantasy team only. Jones or Stroud? The fact that's a question is actually kind of insane, but it's like an actual valid question. Yeah, I knew we were going to lose that game. Colts are the Broncos, so I wouldn't touch Daniel Jones this game. Texans, Bucks. Bucks pass even's not the best. I would start Stroud. I would start Stroud. Most likely in-state Super Bowl this year. Or conference championship. Okay. I mean, Rams Chargers probably most likely, right? Like, is there anything else it could be? Steelers Eagles. I just don't know. Again, playoff Steelers. You don't know at this point. Rams Chargers. I think that would probably be right for Az. Yeah. I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that. I've never heard that one. I don't know if it's a hot take. If you're a CB1 fan, I don't know if it's a hot take, but lately it's better with Jodeci versus CB Wonder. They're both great, but I think the Jodeci version is way better than the CB Wonder version. It was happened at some point. If it didn't happen in 04, I don't think it's ever going to happen. It didn't happen in 04, someone tells me. Probably not. Charles Rams. That'd be a fun matchup. Be a fun matchup. That was really good. That was really, really good. And the final 3 minutes were just the same chord over and over, but it felt timeless. Which is just amazing. Just amazing. I appreciate the love and support on the stream. Appreciate you guys. Again, appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button. Subscribe. It really does help us out a ton on the channel. To try and grow this community even more. Could have had an 0-1, could have. Give me a minute. All right, I'll give you a minute. Miss the old alternate timeline, AFC Central, Jags, and a million other teams? Yes, I do miss that. Jags Steelers was a fun rivalry. It's a fun rivalry. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button. Michael says he's got some plans, so we're going to stay on for a little bit. Because why the heck not? And tomorrow we're going to be live for one of those games. It looks like Mets Phillies at this point. From my car? Oh, God. So sorry to hear that. So sorry to hear that. Hopefully they're okay. That is awful. Oh, man. Bills have 0 rings. He's okay. Yeah. And quotation marks, that's not, yeah. What's back to one of the wild card game in Philly was a 6-day. I thought there wasn't a single better team left in the NFC. No one's made it after that. No, the Falcons were not a good team that got a bye. Once they won that game, it was like, yeah. You know, Walker, oh, man. It's a really, really hard impact on that one. Yeah, Jags are the same division. Yep, but they're still in the same division to this day, just the Titans now. So. Just felt weird having 6 teams in a division. That was a lot of teams. Mine with a $5 email. All right. Appreciate you. Let's do this. Guessing this is Frazen. Gonna do some Frazen. Hang on. Appreciate you a ton as always. And $5 more gets you in the queue at this point. We got some ChatGPT to get to. So let's do this thing. Alright. So we got Steelers-Vikings as the next game in Mana Frank Destiny. Yeah, the fact the Falcons were home dogs. I mean, the Eagles were home dogs against the Falcons in the divisional round, but at least they had an excuse with the injury to Nick Foles and whatnot. All right. Oh, man. Big stretch. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. Here we go. So, in the studio show, 3 straight 200-point wins. Patriots got Yugoslavia back. That's how FSN does history. Riders return to the Renaissance man of football. This isn't just dominance. It is unprecedented. I was gonna there. Wait, what? Whoa, okay. Oh, that's why. Okay. This is unprecedented. And across the league, Chiefs banged up, Bill secondary falling apart, upsets are lurking. Pittsburgh is writing symphonies of slaughter while the rest of the NFL limps. Patriots Dolphins, you guessed it, vacated. Okay, reports from insiders. Rodgers, Madden, Ray might have to break triple digits after this. Tua should be the one in Madden 110. Tua can't even win the AFC East half the time. And there we go. Dolphins delusion versus reality. Jesus Christ. You know, in the... Is that the whole episode? Is that it? Something's not right. That can't be it. There's nothing else. Right? Yeah, we do this. Yeah. That's not it. That's definitely not it. That is definitely not it. The FSN crew gather around a table. We plan this week down to... reset. Yeah, because I was going to say. So Rob, pregame, postgame, Rob is playing something we don't know. We're playing this week down to the second. And then we get a cliffhanger. I was going to say, there's no way. That'd be just a filler episode of all filler episodes. That's a flashback episode. Yeah, something's off. Not only for the Tigers, yeah, the defense for the Yanks is just atrocious. And $5 more gets in the queue at this point. Oh, he's in his 60s. Oh, God. Is he ever going to be able to, like, be at full strength ever again? He's been getting hit by a car that impact at that age. I mean, man. And $5 more gets you in at this point. Just waiting on the rest of the ChatGPT to come in. If you like what you see, folks, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, helps out on the channel. Who is start Goff or Mayfield? I'm starting Mayfield at this point. I'm starting Baker. No, and any sim count. Wait, what do you want to put? Any 220, any sim counts as 2. That always counts as 2. Sims are always 2. Sims are always 2. Doesn't matter what time. Sims are always 2. So if you want to send a sim, you're good. Sims are always okay. Because Sims are just putting stuff in to the thing. So Sims are always 2. It doesn't matter, even if the clock hits 0. Sims are 2. If that's what you're putting in, I'm guessing that's what you're putting in. Take two. Let's try that again. Resent. There we go. Here we go. All right. That's more like it. Okay, here we go. So I plan this week down to the second. Studio Rebel, pregame, postgame. Rob's 27 is not getting an inch. Well, Soto went off from Goodell. That alone makes you nervous. I do good. You'll do more good. You'll do more than good if Rob shows his face. I think J.J. McCarthy is Aaron Rodgers' brother. Why would they be brothers? You're so stupid you think a family tree grows quarterbacks like apples. Jesus Christ, Scott. I make paint chips look like Ivy League graduates. Better insult than any encore I've ever seen. They arrive in Dublin. In the street, O'Connell Street. How's it going, Matt? Just got back to Colorado. Nice. Nice. Hopefully got back safely. I do good. Frank tapes over graffiti, replaces fences with inflatable whales. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yes, I remember you. Yes. He likes Catholics and Protestants. Ireland and Northern Ireland reunite within minutes. Wow. So Ireland is now one. Yugoslavia is one. Man of Frank Destiny is just taking over the world. In a single afternoon, a centuries-old divide ends. This is not diplomacy. It is absurdity dressed as destiny. What does Frank mean to you? As the reporters are now interviewing the locals. He ended the troubles with duct tape. He did good. Well, we love Rodgers now. The Steelers are Ireland's team. Oh, that was him? Oh, wow. Guinness takes stronger when Frank's around. Even the crying kids are funny. Well, so he even made McGinnis better. That's impressive. You know, inside Croke Park, nobody wants to play with me. Not even in Ireland. I just want one friend. You're the circus kid. Even clowns cross the street to avoid you. There's a reason no one wants to play with you, because you suck. I want little gray bear. Bring me little gray bear. What, you want your mopey cousin? She's crying somewhere else. Tough luck. You're never going to fall in love with her. I'm telling the Irish president, the EU, and the United Nations. I demand the river Liffey be dyed pink for me. Well, you got puddles to dye with your own tears. Now, be quiet in the corner. Can he bring democracy to Cuba? I don't know if he can. Well, Steelers, Vikings. You know, historically, Dublin hasn't seen this kind of mismatch since Viking raids. And today, Minnesota's going to get colonized again. 120-0 at the half. This isn't a game, it's an Irish wake for Minnesota. Vikings pride, you guessed it, vacated. Two would have scored 150 by now. Well, Rodgers on pace for 250, so quick crying summer. Delusion versus data. This booth has both. She'd chant to his name if Rodgers invented Guinness mid-game. But in the second half, as the game is getting ugly, Rob sneaks in with Daniel Tiger wearing a leprechaun outfit. I don't know how a tiger snuck in. No one noticed. But people are waiting for them. I'll tear Ireland apart. Hi, neighbor. Time to ruin the rainbow. I guess they're cousins. I guess they're cousins. I guess this just got very, very incesty. Sounds like was not allowed. Goodell confirms his Mercs didn't even make it out of Heathrow. This is cosplay gone wrong. Oh, I do good. Frank duct tapes them together. Carl rams them into a pile of empty Guinness cans, and they get deported out of Ireland. Never return, man of Frank Destiny. So they don't even get to do anything. It is awesome. Their raids are failing miserably. Rob with the six, so the fan who got shoved. How's blue-haired lawyer? In the Ravens game? And what you can do won't get you in the call for it. Fan who got shoved with Mo Jackson. All right, perfect. All right, we'll do that. 233-0 your final score. That's 4 straight 200-plus games. Rodgers is unstoppable. Vikings and Patriots lose, they become a historical footnote. McCarthy got screwed harder than a tourist in Temple Bar. Vikings relevance, you guessed it, vacated. And then the post-game street party, everyone is celebrating as Man of Frank Destiny comes to Ireland. Phillies, all right, get you on the Phils. Maybe doing Phillies back-to-back. Phillies wins back-to-back, all right. Frank gave us peace. The Steelers gave us glory. I do good. Steelers fight 200 Ireland United. Rob Ducks again. Man of Frank Destiny rolls on as fireworks burst over Dublin. Ireland is whole. Back in time to 2003, the year the Dolphins missed the playoffs. All right. Let me get this ChatGPT in. And then again, $2 for any sim, $5 for anything else. As the clock's at 0. So just keep that in mind as we're in this OT period. Baltimore Ravens scored a touchdown. Jets and Bombers went Death Funk. Yeah, I turned that game off. It was 3-0 after the first. I turned that one off. Like, our season's over. What are the requirements? No requirements. There's no requirements at all. Came on to try a few months ago. Enjoy the content. Keep it up. Appreciate you, the false. Appreciate you a ton on that one. Really means a lot to me. Yeah, we stream every day. We post every day. I love doing this. I love hanging out with you guys. So appreciate you a ton, the falls. And we'll have a fun stream tomorrow night, whichever game we do. And right now, the leader in XP is Michael, so that'll be a $20 bonus for that game as things stand. There's no requirements, just $5. That's all it is. You can request anything. 2 crack ribs, stretcher for everybody, and one of his lungs less. Jeez. Oh, life's not fair sometimes. Life is not fair sometimes. What I need to tell you, you just submit a prompt. That's all you do. Like, basically what Rob just did. Just the fan who gets shoved hires blue alert. I'll take care of the rest in terms of what to put in. At least tell me, yeah. So, like, I'll fill in the rest in terms of, like, so, like, for something like this, as it's calibrating it right now, like, Rob said, the fan who got shoved hires lawyer, and then I'll put in the thing, I'll feed it the information, and then we'll read it out loud. So, that's just what it comes down to. I just want to make sure this works. Yeah, that one's not that good. They don't get the mannerisms down at all on that one. Let's try that again. Yeah, Tony Khan by Citywalk. Yes. Pretty much. Yep. I'll do the rest. Yep, pretty much. That's how that would work. Alex Lester was minor. Leinster window shut for one game? No. I mean, they need offensive line help, but it's hard to say your window's shut after one game when you just got the #1 seed last year. You keep pretty much the same guys. All right, this one. Should work. There we go. All right, there we go. Yeah, sometimes you have to fiddle with it a little bit. Had to do it a little bit here to make it good, but let's do it. Court is now in session. Trumbull versus Jackson. Here we go. Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, my client, a simple man, a humble man, a man with season tickets in the nosebleeds, came to Highmark Stadium not for violence, not for infamy, but for a Buffalo Bills victory and perhaps a lukewarm pretzel. Thoughts on the West? God. Oh, man. Dolphins. There's going to be a lot of violence this season as a Dolphins fan. But instead, he was violently assaulted by a man paid millions to throw footballs, not fists. This is a frivolous case. The footage clearly shows Mr. Jackson made a small push based on a reasonable perception that a fan made physical contact with his teammate. Objection, minimizing the brutality of the push. Overruled, but I am curious to see where this is going. So am I, Your Honor. So now we see the video footage. Observe, frame 214, my client still seated. Frame 215, the push. Frame 216, a man's dignity destroyed. Mr. Trumbull, tell the jury what happened. Oh, I was cheering, gave a little wave of my phone finger toward Hopkins, nothing harmful. Next thing you know, Lamar Jackson barrels towards me and boom, right in the sternum. And what happened next? I dropped my nachos. The fan behind me called me soft. My chiropractor calls me frequent flyer. Mr. Trumbull, do you regularly heckle opposing players? I'm a Bills fan. I heckle everyone. That's a good answer. Did you threaten or touch Mr. Hopkins? No, ma'am. Just grazed him affectionately. Mr. Jackson, what did you see? Well, I saw D-Hop get jolted back. I thought someone hit him. I reacted. I pushed the guy. That's it. Mr. Jackson, are you trained to assess situations in a split second? Yes. Are you aware the fan was seated? He looked like he made contact. Is your job to throw touchdowns or act as a self-appointed same security? My job is to protect my teammates. If it means bulldozing innocent fans in row A, what's next, Mr. Jackson? Sack the bear guy? Ladies and gentlemen, a line must be drawn. When athletes feel entitled to physically confront fans from their seats, then the barrier between the game and the crowd collapses. Yes, fans can be loud. They can be annoying. They can even wave faux fingers. But they cannot, must not, be pushed by 6'2" men running 4.3 40s. Mr. Trumbull came for a football game. He left with a bruised chest, a fractured ego, and a lifelong distrust of quarterbacks. The incident was brief. Mr. Jackson believed a teammate had been struck. His response was instinctual, not malicious. This is football. It's fast, loud, chaotic. What Mr. Jackson did was wrong, but not lawsuit wrong, not damages wrong. This is a moment blown out of proportion by a man who wants a payday. Has the jury reached a verdict? We find in favor of the plaintiff. So blue-haired lawyer wins the case. But he never even spilled his beer. Justice is served with blue cheese. Next time, Lamar, think twice before you go into the stands. Keep it inside the sidelines. That's what happens if he wins the case. I love how he gets fined $15. Lamar gets fined $15. It's a great fine by the NFL. Great fine. That'll send the message across. Oh, man. All right, last call. Last call for anything. Again, any audio, video, chat GPT. Simulations are 2, but anything else, 5. See what it takes to get in the queue. See what it takes to get into the queue. Otherwise, we're going to call it here. Tomorrow, we have a video dropping. Don't know what it's going to be on yet. I might have one more dumb decisions. I'm not sure yet. But we will have Mets game tomorrow. Mets against the Phillies. Seems to be the game that we are going to be doing. So, I'm going to do the sign-off, and then we'll call it there. $20 added on the bonus to Royals Guards, but not that it matters because Phillies Mets wins by a lot. So, tomorrow we'll have a video coming out, maybe 2. Hopefully I can get some out on JG8 as well. We'll see. I'm going to go get dinner because I have not actually been able to eat out in a long time. Tuesday, Wednesday are like, not my off day, but it's like my, I can actually like get fresh air kind of day. So, appreciate you guys tuning in. JG9 signing off. The Phillies beat the Mets 9-3. Take game 2 of the series. They will go for another win tomorrow. And that game starts at, I believe, 6:45 Eastern Time, just like the last one. It does, 6:45 Eastern Time. So we'll be live for game 3 of 4 of that series. Appreciate you guys tuning in. JG9 signing off. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another fun stream starting at 6:45 Eastern time.